Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Before we go any further, let's represent for Foundational Black American History Month. Let's represent Foundational Black American Excellence, and let's represent our own. So we are sending a certified salute and a happy belated birthday, but it ain't late because we always been here, to Dr. Huey P. Newton, the co-founder of the Black Panther Party, my number one inspiration. I love this brother. This brother put it down for the whole family, and we're going to continue to represent what our brother always represented, and we're going to carry on. So from everybody right here in the building, in the place, we are sending a certified salute to Huey P. Newton, pride in the Panther, y'all. Let's go to work right now. If you are a certified foundational Black American, if you are in the building, in the place, I want you to represent where you at. Let the whole damn world know where you from. Let the whole damn world know that we are here to stay. Certified foundational Black American freedmen in the building. Roll call. What we got, family? I already see the family lined up, so it's time to go to work and do what we do the way we do it. Let's get it, family. All day, every day. What it do? Certified salute. Who we got right now, family? Let's see what we got. I already see Dallas, Texas in the building. Certified salute. I see Allen, Texas. Freedman. Yes, indeed. I see Pennsylvania in the building. Harrisburg. Let's go. Atlanta in the building. All the way live. Great state of Georgia. You know, we coming with that energy today, y'all. I see it. Let's go. Southside Chicago. Let's go. We in the building. West Virginia. Let's go. All the way, LaGrange. Shout out to my brother EJ. It's the Georgia thing, man. We in the building. Kenosha, let's go. Man, Jackson, Florida, let's go. Maryland, there ain't nothing like a roll call, y'all. There ain't nothing like a certified roll call. St. Louis in the building. STL, let's get it. All day, every day. Ohio, always down. Buckeyes. Yes, we in the building, in the place. Virginia, Toledo, Ohio, 419. You already know, certified salute. That's the fam right there, all the way. Yes, indeed. Charlotte, North Carolina, Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. Let's go. DC in the building. I will see y'all at the reparations rally. I'm just saying, in DC. Let's go. We are in the place, family. Boston is in the place. I see you, Boston. We got some real stuff coming out of Boston. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like a Staten Island in the place. Certified salute. Cool Keezy. What up, my brother? Denver, Colorado in the building. Mile High. Yes, indeed. This is what it is. Palm Beach, Florida in the building. Just was down there not that long ago. Much love, much respect, family. We here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to rock. We're going to hold it down. We're going to represent to the fullest, and we're going to let the whole damn world know that we do whatever we want to do. Memphis, Tennessee, I see you. All day, every which way. Let's go to work, family. Let's go to work. Before we move further, though, family, I need y'all right now, if you could, smash that like button. Appreciate the love. Certified Black Society in the building, y'all. And make sure that you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We got some real ones today. Family, there's a difference between a real victory, you know, all that victory stuff they used to tell us back in the day, right? They used to tell us like we get victories just running up hills, New Jersey. I see you. Yes, indeed. All the way live. Yes, indeed. Hold on. We got trolls in here. All right. Well, troll, you got about 2 seconds. Okay, let's get this troll up out of here. No problemo. No problemo. All right. Oh, yeah. You're not going to come up in here and you're not going to talk about foundational Black Americans. That's just not going to happen, homie. Nah. We're going to get the trolls up out of here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Troll, gone. So check this out, family. What we gonna do, y'all? We're going to represent to the fullest, and we're going to separate a real victory from a fake victory. See, what they always want to do with us, fam, they always want to come around and they want to give us fake victories. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of kids ran up a hill. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got their ass whooped in Selma. You know, yes, we can. Those are the victories that they used to always try to give us. We're not going for that no more. Now we're getting real, genuine, certified victories, and they cannot break that. Certified foundational Black American. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We in the building, in the place. So what we need to do right now, family, we need to let the whole world know that when it comes down to being a certified foundational Black American, we accept nothing other than genuine, real victories. And that's the beautiful thing about it. We sit here right now all the time and we talk about what's going on in the community. We talk about where we're going. We talk about where we're moving. We talk about things that we're going to accomplish. And if you look right now, every single thing that we say was going to happen has happened, and everything that we say is going to happen is going to happen. That's just what it is. So the fake victories are gone. We are genuinely making progress. Look at this era right now. Look at this year. All right. Last time I checked, it's only about a month and a half. And this year is already filled with victories for our lineage, our heritage, and our culture. How do you know that, family? It's because look at the dominant society. Look at all their tools. Look at everybody out there. Certified salute to everybody who's watching what's going on in terms of this election. Because we say this election is going to be very serious, right? We say that this election is going to be very important. Here's the thing, though. It's going to be important for us because foundational Black Americans are controlling the world. This election right here has everybody in disarray. Why? It's because you see them fighting each other. You feel me? The tools are getting broken. You could always tell what the dominant society is, family, when them tools start to get broke. And if you look right now, them tools are starting to get broke. Yes, they are. Let's talk about Fanny the Mammŷ. All right, we're going to break that down. I asked everybody this question. I'm going to ask you guys again. Let's go from Fanny to Mammű. Let's talk about Brandon Johnson. Let's talk about Eric Adams. Let's go down the whole list of everybody who wants to serve the dominant society and actively work against us. So the question to you guys is, when somebody sells out our community, when somebody sells out our lineage, and then they try to come on back to us, because y'all know that's how it goes. The first thing that happens is somebody tries to serve their political plantation, whether Democratic, Republican, liberal, or conservative, and then that tool gets broken. And every time that tool gets broken, they try to walk back over here and start trying to be Black again. Have y'all seen how Black all of a sudden Fanny the Mammű has become? All of a sudden now she's super Black. Everybody talking about it's a win for Black girls. It's Black girl magic. No, because if you look at all of our certified sisters, they ain't going through. Where's Black girl magic from the Democrats right now, y'all? Tell me where all the Black girl magic is. We don't see it because foundational Black America's been putting things out of business. The Sambos, the Coons, the tap dancers, the butter biscuits, everybody's out of business. They have not been able to hit us with that Alvin Bragg. Yes, indeed. Look at him. Oh, we're going down the list today, family. When I say this episode right here is about to be explosive, I'm talking about real explosive with real receipts. And you're only going to get them right here on the Black Alpha Network. Let's talk about Fanny the Mammű. We're going to talk about that she is on trial, all right? And whether she's on trial with the dominant society or not, she's on trial with certified Black America. And guess what? She's guilty. Guilty of being a broken tool. Professor Black Truth always says, when supremacy is done with their tools, they break them. And we're watching everybody get broke. But let Black Alpha add to that. What I'm going to say is when you find a broken tool and you see a broken tool, you leave them where you saw them. That's what you do. If you find or you see a broken tool, you leave their ass exactly where you found them at. We're not putting people back together. Nobody's coming back into our community and saying, well, you know, man, I'm Black like y'all now. That's the first thing they want to do. They want to sell us out, and then they try to get Black so they can try to get some type of, well-doing with our community. We ain't going for that no more. No, we leaving everybody on their own. So the question I ask everybody, if you come across a broken tool, and you see somebody that was going against foundational Black Americans, and then the dominant society uses them and breaks them, do we put them back together, y'all? That's my question. I got to ask the family. Everything I do, I got to ask the family. All right, that's what I got to do. I don't move until I hear from y'all. When I hear from y'all, then I move, and then we report it to the world. So my question is when we find a broken tool or a tool is broken from the dominant society, and then they crawl back over to us, do we help put them back together? Do we try to unbreak the tool? Or do we just leave the tool broken? That's my question to y'all, family. And that's what I want to know right here, right now. Let me know something, family, because this is what we need to do. All right. I already see some no's. Yes, indeed. Hell no. That's what I told y'all. Say hell to the no era. We went from the yes, we can era to the hell to the no era. Yes, indeed. Hell no. Checkmate. I see another one. Hell no. Leave a broken tool. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about right there. Hell no. No, 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 no. There's another one. Hell no. Nah. Leave them. That's what I'm talking about, family. That's the way we got to operate. That's the way we function it. You're not crawling back over here to us. You're not going to actively work against foundational Black Americans and they get black all of a sudden. That's what they want to do. Y'all been seeing it. We've been seeing it. We all watching it. We all watching it. Right now, family, they trying to tell us how black Fanny the Mammŷ is. Why are they doing that, y'all? Because they're trying to take this situation and they're trying to get synthetic Democratic shielding going on. That's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to get some Democratic shield energy right now. So yes, the family is spoken. I see no, I see hell no, I see hell to the no, I see ain't no way, I see leave them broken. That's what everybody's saying. Why are we saying that, family? Because we know we're not working for nobody. You feel me? You're going to be on one code with us, and once you go off code, you don't get no more benefits. Why we give people benefits for selling us out? See, that's what used to happen back in the day. We got a laundry list of people who used to sell us out. The NAACP, the Urban League, the Black Caucus. These folks openly sell us out. And what would happen? Soon as that tool gets broken, because that's what the dominant society does, and soon as they crawl back over, black folks want to pull out the first aid kit, patch them up real nice, and accept them again. My notion is once you sell out the community, there ain't no coming back. You on the corner like it's trash day, and that's what we doing. We watch right now Fanny the Mammύ. So this episode, family, we got whistleblowers that are talking about Fanny the Mammύ, and I want everybody to remember this. Y'all remember the same Fanny the Mammύ that they out here trying to tell us is so blackity black. They just gave this woman an achievement award. Oh, we going in today. They gave her an achievement award and they're trying to thrust her back on foundational Black Americans. They want us to pick her up. See, what she thought she was about to do the bidding for the Democratic Party against Donald Trump. And now what you see is when Trump and them start pushing back, where are all those lovely liberals that they love so much? Do y'all see any feminists coming out to save her? No, you don't see no feminists coming out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you on this episode a whole bunch of W. Karen and Becky's, and they mad at Fanny. Yes, the same ones who are ultra liberal, super Democrat. They not running to save her now. This is what always happens. They sell their soul to the liberal community, and then when the liberal community breaks them, they come running back to the Black community. May it work before in the past, it ain't working no more. We slamming that door. You broken, you gonna stay broken. That is exactly what's happening. That is exactly what's happening, family, and we're gonna handle that real good. Hold up. There we go. We getting trolls up out of here. Yep, checkmate. Take that back to your own community, homie. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in our space. You ain't strong enough. Y'all see any trolls, y'all let us know, man. We're gonna get them up out of here. This certified. We ain't got no time for games. You feel me? So anybody getting that work, anybody can get checked out the door. So when you start talking about all these people trying to come in the door, nah, we in the front. We got that deadbolt locked straight up. And this is what you seeing. So we got whistleblowers on her. And then, we found out that Fanny the Mammύ, for all my folks in Atlanta, certified salute. Word on the street in Atlanta, and everybody that I know in Atlanta knows that this little Nathan Wade or whatever dude's name is that she was with, that she had this whole little situation with, nah, they ain't the only dude. No. She been having a whole lot of entanglements. And as a matter of fact, this is the same woman that put RICO charges on rappers because of lyrics, the same woman who locked up a bunch of Black teachers, the same woman who let the harmers, the race soldiers who deleted our brother Rashard Brooks, she's the same one who let them go. Yes, she is. So you see all this animosity and smoke when it comes to us. But when it comes to the dominant society, all of a sudden she fall back. Nah, family, that ain't the way the game is going to go. This right here, family, is all the way in, family. This is what we are going to do. We are going to break it down and roll them up. Now, checkmate, family. Here we go. Let's get to work. I'm going to show everybody off top the very, very reason why the dominant society is so afraid. We're going to talk about how it all revolves around us. Remember, family, everything revolves around foundational Black Americans. It's not something that goes on in this country that does not have our fingerprints in it. Everything does, because our era, this is our generation, and everybody moves when we move. When we say go, then everybody else wants to go. That's the way we rock, and that's the way we rolling, family. So this is what it is. Let's talk about it. This right here, family, is the reason why the dominant society is so afraid. This right here is why they're trying to send Fanny the Mammύ and everybody else. Let's talk about Alvin Bragg. Right now, Alvin Bragg, what was he trying to do, y'all? Alvin Bragg was running around here and he thought that he was going to try to put charges on Donald Trump. And now up in New York, they running him out the paint because he got migrants coming in. Don't ever trust the dominant society. No, the dominant society only uses you to benefit each other. You got two types of supremacy. You got the covert, the overt. You got the good cop, the bad cop. That's all it is. And all these black folks want to be involved in this version of supremacy. All an election is, family, is which version of supremacy is going to reign over the country. And then you got all these puppets and these minions and these tools that try to jump on each plantation. We ain't going for that. The thing about us, foundational black Americans, it's about being independent. You got people talking about go red, go blue. No, we're going to stay black, certified black. And that's where we're going in this election. So when you see these people being tools, you're going to find out what's happening. That lady up in New York, I forget her name. I think she's the district attorney in New York. Her or not her. No. You got the lady in New York who just got Donald Trump on the $1 million for his businesses. Her, tool. Alvin Bragg, tool. Eric Adams, tool. Brandon Johnson, tool. Fanny the Mammŷ, tool. All of these people are tools, and we're watching them be broken one by one. And like I said, family, our victories don't look like everybody else's. So when you sit back and you see all of these tools being broken simultaneously, the only reason that's happening is because foundational black Americans, our victories are different because we're exceptional. You got to watch them. And anytime you see the dominant society going back and forth, we sit back and enjoy the show. That's all we're doing. That's what I'm doing with Fanny the Mammύ. They trying like hell to get us involved. They trying like hell to get us involved with the conflict going on in the Middle East. They trying hard as hell to get us involved with the whole Trump situation. They're trying hard as hell to get us involved with Fanny the Mammύ. Foundational black Americans have made up our mind that we are laser focused on reparations, tangibles, and an anti-foundational black American hate crime law. You're not knocking us off that pivot. We're going to stay on that pivot. We're going to focus on that. And if you ain't speaking that, no. Y'all seen what happened with Floyd Mayweather. You feel me? They're trying hard as hell to try to get Floyd Mayweather involved in what's going on in the Middle East. They are trying hard as hell to get us involved. Y'all seen what happened in Carolina. When brothers and sisters were standing on business about reparations, the Palestinians showed up. There is this tug of war where everybody is trying to get foundational black Americans involved in their fights. And this is exactly what's going on with the Fanny Willis situation. We are not getting involved in that. We're watching Donald Trump, Joe Biden go at it. We're watching the Democrats and the Republicans go at it. We're watching the tools from one party be broke by the other party because we understand that in the system of supremacy, you cannot exist on either one of those plantations. The only place you can exist is right here in the home of foundational black American excellence. If you ain't grassroots, you ain't talking to us. This right here, family, is why everybody's so upset. This right here is why everybody's mad. And watch the foundational black American talking points, family, taking over the country. Nobody was speaking like this till we showed up.
Couldn't pay me to vote for a Democrat. Local, state, federal elections, I don't care what it is. You couldn't pay me to vote for one. You know why? Because they know that we, and I mean people whose skin color look like mine, they know that we vote party over interest. So after we vote, what do? They don't need us for anything. That's what they do year after year after year. I'm from Baltimore, and I go home at least twice a year to see family. Same abandoned homes, same crime rate. We haven't had a Republican mayor since the 60s. And look at our environment. The same can be said for Memphis. The same can be said for St. Louis. The same can be said for Detroit. The same can be said for a lot of these cities all over this country that have been led down the toilet by Democrats for decades. Stop voting party over interest and vote interest over party.
I don't mind, and we're not anti-migrants, but it shouldn't be on our backs. All right, this is our part.
Mr. Glover, thank you so much for your comment.
And I want to say something to you all. And when you leave here, stop depending on the politicians. And stop voting for the same people getting the same results.
Shut up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here?
Of black people where we already get the low scraps. And then you want to take the little scraps, the resources that we have, and put us at the bottom of the barrel? That's not fair.
Stop going to your polling place and just voting Democrat without even knowing what's going on, just because you've been told to always vote for the Democratic Party. What has the Democratic Party done for us as black people in the past I don't fucking know, 50 years. Even the first black president, he didn't do shit for the advancement of black people in this country whatsoever the entire 8 years he was in office. So why are we still sitting up here voting Democrat when they don't do shit for us? When we have old white men telling us, you ain't black if you don't vote for me, but then he goes to the office and does absolutely nothing for black Americans, but we sit up here and we vote Democrat every single time because we've been told to. Hasn't helped you, hasn't helped your mama, and it's not going to help your kids.
And you ain't black.
Wouldn't pay me to vote.
Checkmate, 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 family. That right there is why the world is changing. You got to understand, in the system of supremacy that is hell-bent and focused on keeping us on a plantation, whether that's the red plantation or the blue plantation. Don't let these folks fool you, family. They do not mind if foundational black Americans are on the blue plantation as long as we're on the plantation. They don't mind even if we're on the red plantation. That's what they're cool with. They got a problem is when we are moving independently like we're doing, when we're grassroots, when we think and we act based on how the hell we feel. That's what the problem is. So in this election right now, we're sending domino effects and ripples across the world. Why are we doing that, y'all? It's because for the first time since foundational black Americans have had the right to vote, we don't belong to a plantation. Let me say that one more time. For the first time since foundational black Americans have had the right to vote for over 60 years, we do not belong to a plantation. I don't give a damn if great-great-grandma go vote for the Democrats. I don't give a damn if Democratic Shield, Roland Martin, Broken Buck car sellers, Vanessa Jones, if they all go vote for the Democrats right now. It don't mean nothing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the black grassroots is controlling this country. The black grassroots are the ones who are in full effect. They using our talking points. Think about the talking points that you see coming from the Democrats. That don't work no more. When was the last time somebody said, yes, we can? Hell no. It's the hell to the no era. We done already said hell to the no about 30 times in the chat already. Yes. When was the last time somebody said all lives matter? When was the last time someone said black lives matter? Nobody uses those terms anymore. If you sit back, you observe and you analyze, what you see is foundational black Americans are the ones with all the talking points. What are the main policies that they have to address? Reparations. Who brought that to the table? We did. Tangibles. We did. We got these people running around trying to tether onto us. Who brought that to the table? We did. An anti-foundational black American hate crime law? We did. We are the ones solely responsible. All of that old, outdated, boule nonsense is out the gate. It's all about foundational black Americans. We know that. They know that. So the whole scope of this country has changed. What do you do when foundational black Americans are so on code that ain't nobody on the plantation? What do you do when we ain't putting on the cape and coming to save Fanny the Mammŷ? They thought this was the yes we can era, where they can get Fanny the Mammű to sell us out, put RICO charges on teachers, put RICO charges on rappers, go around and have entanglements with gang members. Yep, and we got the receipts for that, family. And then all of a sudden get black when that tool get broken. No, like Professor Black Truth says, when the dominant society and supremacy is done with their tools, they break them. And like I added to it, family, when you see a broken tool, leave their ass where you found them. That is why the game is changing, and that is why we are the ones who are leading the ship, and they know it. So much to the point, fam, that they trying to send out people like, I don't know, Joy Reid is out here now. Did y'all see Joy Reid running around here talking about who built this country? Let me tell you who built this country. We did, and it ain't Joy Reid's people, okay? Joy Reid, with her mop on her head, that blonde mop and that Fleedman forehead, is literally running around here right now trying to say, basically, that her people built the country. See, this is what they do. They want to blend in, y'all. They want to tether in. She's trying to be very, very indirect. She's talking about who built this country. First off, the notion and the talking point of who built this country only came from us. Nobody was talking about who built America until foundational black Americans in this generation did. They used to try to tell us everybody did. As a matter of fact, Joy Reid is a Democratic shield. Democrats say that immigrants built this country. So why all of a sudden is her and her Fleedman forehead out here talking about who built America? Her and her Fleedman forehead did not build America. We built America. So they sent out Joy Reid and her Fleedman forehead to tell that lie to foundational black Americans. And just like everything in this era, the brothers and sisters was on it. And when I say the brothers and sisters was on it, she thought she was going to get that off the ground. No, canceled it ASAP. And we got the receipts to show. Look at this right here, family. This shows you that Joyless Reed is out here trying to speak on our history, trying to speak on what we created, and trying to run with this notion that her people built the country. The country was built. Yes, it was. But it was by foundational Black American freedmen. Let me say that one more time. Freedmen, not fleedmen. There's a big difference, okay? A freedman, we build. A fleedman, they steal. A freedman keeps it G. A fleedman flees. Check this out, y'all. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is all about commentary, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use, fair use, fair use, everybody. Let's go to work. Watch this woman try to play us.
And to find out that literally Barack Obama's 2 terms as president are your reparations, and Juneteenth, which you already celebrated anyway, is your reparations, and yet you built this country. You literally physically built this country, and yet the attitude toward you from a lot of your peers and your fellow citizens is just shut up and be grateful. And it's infuriating. And to find out that literally Barack Obama's 2 terms as president are your reparations, and Juneteenth, which you already celebrated anyway, is your reparations, and yet you built this country. You literally physically built this country, and yet the attitude toward you from a lot of your peers and your fellow citizens is just shut up and be grateful.
Wait a minute now. She says that the attitude is to just shut up. That sounds a whole lot like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. This is what we say about these Democratic shills, y'all. These Democratic shills all of a sudden find a Black card. They Black card is forfeited because it's counterfeit. Let's make this crystal clear for everybody. You can't get Black all of a sudden. She's trying to get Black American. The woman is running around here with a forehead that's about the size of the Super Bowl football field. She's running around here with a goddamn blonde mop on top of her head, and she's trying to tell us about our history. And notice, family, she said, when you find out. No. We've always known. We have always known who built this country. We have always known who started this from scratch. That's foundational Black American lineage. She may have just found out. She may just now want to admit what we've already known. But certified foundational Black Americans, we've been in it to win it from day one. This is what we're talking about. This is the same exact thing that you're seeing in the Fanny, the Mammŷ trial. You're seeing somebody who's been running around all day, every which way, talking everything against us. But when it's election season, they're trying to talk on our side. What she really did, y'all, she thought she was going to be on the Democratic side of the fence, hop over the fence, come on over to our side and think that we wouldn't notice. You ever have somebody, they be walking or something and they fall down the stairs or they trip and fall and then they try to act like you didn't see them, but you seen them the whole time? Oh, we seen you. We seen you, Joyless. You was running around here saying the same exact talking points, telling Black Americans, if we don't vote for the Democrats, we just don't get it. You know, we just not smart enough. This is the type of things that they try to put on foundational Black Americans, and they cannot accept the fact that we are not going for it. Trust me, family, if the dominant society or the Democratic Party had their way, and if they were winning right now, you would not see Joyless Reed talking about reparations. She's only talking about reparations because foundational Black Americans are making them talk about reparations. And then now when they try to talk about reparations, they try to spin it and say something like, well, you know, Obama wasn't really Juneteenth now. See, no, we ain't going down that road because you and your party were the main ones trying to sell us that Obama was the reparations. Ain't nobody falling for that again. This is why the Democrats have nowhere to go, y'all. They can't go nowhere. Every corner they turn, they end up running into us. This is why they don't know what to do. They don't know what's next. They're in disarray. We are the ones solely responsible for it, and we will continue to be the ones responsible for it. They are shook, and it's best that we sit back, we watch, we observe, we examine the show, and we just let these folks fall down. This tool right here is being broken. Why is she being broken, family? She's being broke because every attempt that she's made to try to get us on the Democratic plantation has fell short. And that is why foundational Black Americans are winning. But guess what, family? That ain't the end of that. No. You've been seeing Joyless Reed pop up a lot. Matter of fact, I can say I've seen Joyless Reed pop up more times in the last week and a half than I've seen Joyless Reed in the last year. But Joyless Reed made a mistake. Oh, we going down it today. Smash that like button. We got receipts, family. I'm going to give you a whole lot of receipts on why, exactly how, and exactly who is being broken. We talk about seeing these Democratic shields get broke. If you like Democratic shields getting broke, and you like the dominant society using these folks and throwing them to the curb, oh, you're going to love today's episode. Oh, yeah, because I got receipt on receipt. Alvin Bragg, running him out of New York. Fanny, you already see, they running her all the way through the mud. And guess what? We're going to go ahead and put that extra on top today because I got some real receipts that she'll never be the same after this episode. That's what happens when you mess with my lineage. You get that work. You're seeing Joyless Reed. Did y'all see about a week or so ago when Joyless Reed was on television and she was talking about the Israel conflict and she had a hot mic? And on her hot mic, she got caught saying, another fucking war. Oh, they was mad at her for doing that, y'all. No. They spend millions of dollars trying to get foundational Black Americans involved in the conflict in the Middle East. Joyless Reed, your job is to try to get us involved in that. We all seen every single one of those people. You got the people on this side of that conflict and that side of that conflict, and they both trying to get us involved. Michael Rappaport, then you got all the no ceasefire, no vote. All of these people want foundational Black Americans' involvement in that war. Foundational Black Americans are not getting involved in that war. So if you look at it right now, Joyless Reed was not supposed to get caught on a hot mic saying that. But guess what? She did. And I got the video to show y'all. Look at this right here. This is why you are seeing the downfall of the Democratic Party. And this is why you're seeing the downfall of Joyless Reed and that Friedman forehead. Check this out, family. She was caught on a hot mic talking bad about Joe Biden. And you know, for a Democratic shield, that's the last thing you're supposed to do. But she did it.
Over the weekend, President Biden said he's ready to take action if Congress is serious about solving the border issue.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get it done.
Starting another fucking war.
Whoa, wait a minute. Y'all heard that? Let's play it back in case y'all didn't catch that.
Still trying to kill. Starting another fucking war. Starting another fucking war. Starting another fucking war. Starting another fucking war. Still trying to kill.
Oh, right there. Look at her. She's scared. She's scared. She knows she done fucked up. She knows she done got into it. That right there shows you, family. She thought she was going to say that. Everything was going to be sweet. She done slipped up all the way. You can see right there in her eyes that she's thinking the butter biscuits is gone. They taking all the biscuits away. I can't have no more biscuits. I spent my whole life trying to get foundational Black Americans to vote for the Democratic Party, and I messed it all up in 2 seconds. You are not supposed to say that on live. I told you, these CWAs, coons with attitudes, they think that they're going to try to flex on us all damn day, and then they slip, and then Massa Zaddy come flexing on them. She made a massive mistake saying that right there. And everybody knows that it shook. That right there is another Democratic shield being broken. Foundational Black Americans are watching it. And after this, she had to go on The View. And the ladies from The View were saying, well, we heard you say that now. You got some explaining to do. That's basically what they said. Basically, let me play that back so you can hear it again, just so nobody tries to twist it.
Fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get it done.
Starting another fucking war. Still.
She shook, y'all. Oh, she shook. Oh, she didn't like that. Oh, she didn't like that, family. No. So she had to go on The View a few days later. And when she got on The View, all of those Karens, because that's all The View is. The View is about 5 Karens in a token minority. That's all it is. She went on The View, and the first thing they asked her, they said, listen, you got some explaining to do. Go ahead and tell us why you said that on national television. And Joy Reid was scared. Oh, that damn Becky had her shook. Because you know shields like her those I want to be a Karens, they're afraid of Karen. Oh, they are afraid of Karen. They want to walk like, talk like, act like Karen. But when Karen walk in the building, Joyless Reed be running. That's why she's running around with that blonde mop on her head. And by the way, who told her that? Somebody get her stylist, or if she has one, get them on the phone. Somebody need to sit it down, because there ain't a person on the earth who thinks that's a good look. That's nasty work. Somebody need to go ahead and check her. But that shows you she's not FBA. She don't understand stuff. So no, you did not build this country. Don't even speak about who built the country. I don't go over to Haiti and talk about who built Haiti. I don't go over to Jamaica and talk about who built Jamaica. See, that's the problem. All these people always want to come here and start talking to us about who built what. It is none of your concern and none of your business. You know why it's none of your business on who built America? Because your ass wasn't here. Your family wasn't here. Why you care about something that happened before you got here? You got to understand, the majority of migrants and immigrants came to this country post-1960, really in the 1980s is really when it happened. You're talking about the 1980s, and America started in 1776, and we was here before that. You're 400 years out of your league. You are 400 years late to the party. You are 400 years not minding your own damn business. Nobody cares what you think about who built this country. Sit your ass down. You are not qualified to speak on the condition, the health, or the welfare of foundational Black Americans based on our lineage, heritage, and culture, quite frankly, because you're not one of us and you weren't even here when it happened. Okay, so you go back to your own homeland where they're coming over here being adopted slaves, all right? And foundational Black Americans, we're going to handle our work. I don't know why they think that we need anybody's help. I don't know why anybody thinks that. We don't need nobody's help. Foundational Black Americans, we're the ones, on one hand, they're always trying to get to help everybody. Go get involved in that war. Go get involved in that war. Aren't you going to help save Fanny? Aren't you going to help the Israelis and the Palestinians? Aren't y'all going to go over there? 1 minute it's let's Black Americans go save the world. Y'all save the election. I got your back, Black Americans. So 1 minute we're the people who save everybody, and then the next minute they act like they need to come save us. No, we have rejected it. The most powerful word in the whole dictionary that this generation of Black Americans have come to find out is no. When you say no as a Black American, you change the whole scope of everything. And that's what we've done. We simply say no. You want us to get involved? No. You think you're going to get in on our reparations? No. Are we going to vote for the Democrats? No. Are we going to sit on the couch? Yes. It ain't done, no, family. Look at this. Joyless Reed ended up popping up with a whole nother Democratic shield. The Democratic shields are deep in the paint right now, y'all. Look at this right here. I want y'all to see this Democratic shield. I'm telling you, as election season gets closer, we're going to start seeing more and more of these Democratic shields. But here's the problem, though. Let me make this clear. The Democratic shields are not hitting like they used to. We used to see them everywhere. Now, when you see these Democratic shields popping up, they're not really heavy like that. No. All of a sudden, she went from that, and now you're seeing Joyless Reed sitting down talking to Charlamagne. Yes, she's sitting here talking to Charlamagne because now they're parading Charlamagne around. Why are they parading him around? Because Charlamagne is Mr. You Ain't Black. Remember, Charlamagne got G-checked by, what's that dude's name? The Republican dude who said, you came up here and you let him say that you ain't Black. Larry, whatever the hell his name is, the Republican dude. He got G-checked by him. When you are out here getting G-checked by Republicans, that lets me know that you are completely off base and you are completely a Democratic shield. This is why we are delineating and separating from all of them. Look at these folks right here talking about our business.
What are they?
Look at that goddamn Fleeman forehead. Boy, that thing big as hell. Check it out.
Saying they feel they have not gotten out of having voted consistently for Democrats and for Joe Biden.
Open mobility. Simple as that. Like, people want security, and a lot of that security is financial. Like, it's simple and plain. And it's just been, whether it was President Obama, whether it was, all the way back to Clinton to now Joe Biden, they feel like the Democratic Party has never promised that. And it's like right now, the problem I'm having with my listeners, what am I supposed to tell them? Like, what am I supposed to tell them other than, look, man, Donald Trump is the fastest. You may think things can't get worse, but they absolutely positively can. But if they feel like, I've already lived through a Trump presidency, I lived through Reagan, how much worse can that get? Like, what do I tell them? They're not.
Wait a minute. Look how he's trying to misconstrue what we say that we're fighting for, family. Foundational Black Americans, when he says, well, what I got to do is tell them to go do this. Foundational Black Americans ain't out here talking about upper movement and economics. We're talking about reparations. We're talking about beating a system of supremacy that is based on keeping us subjugated through finances, economic deprivation. We're talking about foundational Black American hate crimes. She's sitting there trying to talk to Charlamagne like Charlamagne is some type of representative of us. Yes, Larry Elder G-checked this man. So when he says, well, Black folks want, just some type of economic upward movement, you got to be careful with that, because they're going to start talking about the one voice for everybody, the rising tide lifts every boat. That's the type of game that they're going to be on when they start talking that. Charlamagne knows damn well we're talking about reparations. And they send this Democratic shield out there to talk to that Democratic shield so they can kind of twist the narrative and start saying, oh, no, it's not really reparations that Black people want. Black people more really just kind of want, some economic benefits. So that's how you get the minority this and the minority that. We know what type of game they're trying to run right there. And notice that Charlamagne admitted he's a Democratic shield. Listen to what she says. She says, what happens when people come talk to you? And he says, when I talk to my listeners. And then he says how he's trying to convince them why they should vote for Joe Biden. So Charlamagne, who's been trying to straddle the fence and tap dance, whether he's a Democratic shield or not, just admitted right there that he is a Democratic shield. And this is, again, the difference between our generation and everybody else. Right here on the Black Alpha Network, we don't let nobody get away with nothing. He admitted that he is a Democratic shield, so therefore he will be treated as such across the board. Watch him admit to it, y'all.
What are they saying they feel they have not gotten out of having voted consistently for Democrats and for Joe Biden?
Open mobility. Simple as that. Like, people want security, and a lot of that security is financial. Like, it's simple and plain. And it's just been, whether it was President Obama, whether it was, all the way back to Clinton to now Joe Biden, they feel like the Democratic Party has never promised that. And it's like right now, the problem I'm having with my listeners, what am I supposed to tell them? Like,
whoa, listen to that right there. The problem I'm having with my listeners is, what am I supposed to tell them? That right there is him admitting, family, that he's taking orders from the Democratic plantation. It's the same exact thing that Joy Reid is doing. This is what we say. The man just admitted he's a Democratic shield. What am I supposed to tell my listeners? Basically, the orders came down from the Joe Biden administration, the same one that told him to his face you ain't Black, and he didn't say nothing, and got G-checked by Larry Elder. They tell him, you better go and make foundational Black Americans vote blue. And if you can't, butter biscuits gone, tool broken. And he said, when I talk to my listeners, my question is, what can I say to them? Now, mind you, he says his listeners. Why you assume that all your listeners is Democrats? That's New York. A lot of folks in New York right now talking about voting for Donald Trump. That's what's happening. A whole bunch of people saying they're going to vote for Donald Trump. They just had a damn Trump rally in the South Bronx. I know the Breakfast Club is a nationally syndicated show. So why does he just say his viewers and his listeners are all Democrats? Is it really your listeners are Democrats, or are you a Democratic shield? And you just admitted to everybody, including 500 people in this space right here, that you are taking orders and you don't know how to convince us. And when the Democratic shield cannot convince Black people to go vote for Joe Biden, that Democratic tool gets broken. That's why we are in here thick in the building, in the place. And he admitted it right for everybody to see.
Like, what am I supposed to tell them other than, look, man, Donald Trump is a fascist. You may think things can't get worse, but they absolutely positively can. But if they feel like, I've already lived through a Trump presidency, I lived through Reagan. How much worse can that get? Like, what do I tell them? They're not afraid of just telling them to go out and vote because of fear anymore.
Listen to what he just said. He just told us right there. They're not out here being controlled by fear anymore. He said, I can't. That's what he just said. This ain't AI. We're not making it up. Okay, what we do right here is that we take their words and put it on them. He just sat there and said, family, that he cannot convince Black people to go vote for the Democratic Party based on fear anymore. That is him admitting that his tactic was to get us to vote by fear. The tactic of Joy Reid was to go vote by fear. The tactic of Barack Obama, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, all of the point holes, their main tactic was to get us to be scared of the boogeyman, and foundational Black Americans are not afraid of the boogeyman. As a matter of fact, family, this tells you that our generation is so different. The fact that they used to get Black Americans to be afraid of the Republican boogeyman, but now we're finding out that foundational Black Americans are scaring all of their asses. The Democrats are more scared than foundational Black Americans are. The Republicans are more scared than foundational Black Americans are. The whole system of supremacy is more scared than foundational Black Americans are. What did we say a long time ago? We said when foundational Black Americans get on code, we are undefeated. And right now, we are winning. Knockout. It don't stop, though. Family, this right here, I want everybody to tell me if you've seen this. This is what they're literally trying to give foundational Black Americans. I ain't lying. Family, what I'm about to show you, I am not making up. This is the tangibles that they speak of for us. They sent out I don't even know how to say this, a military team switcher. Y'all know when I say team switcher, right? I'm talking about somebody who was born this way and now they're that way, and they say they sent out an identify as person. That's what we're going to call them, identify as. A military identify as a person who is out here talking about climate change, and they say that it affects Black Americans the most. I'm not lying, family. They sent out every single color in the Skittles bag, mixed it up with climate control, mixed it up with the military, and then they try to bring foundational Black Americans some type of talking point. Listen to this, fam. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I hate to hurt y'all feelings. If this is too much, please go ahead and just cover your eyes. Fam, I want y'all to go ahead and do this for me right now, because I'm about to show y'all something that is completely real and very, very unnecessary. But this is all the Democrats have. They sent out this person right here to tell us, I don't know what that is, y'all, to tell us that climate change is a tangible and foundational Black Americans are the most affected by it. So in other words, go vote blue. Family, they done went from the regular Democratic shield to the crazy Democratic shield to the absolutely insane Democratic shield. We got them shook. Check it out.
Hello, I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at that. Family, I'm sorry. Look at that identify as. You got RBG colors in the back. They're talking about Black History Month with the military, and he's about to bring up climate change. They ain't got no damn hope. The Democrats are so damn desperate, family. This is what the Democrats have gotten to. This is where we have them right now. Let me let this play, family. Let me let this play.
This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding for Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities. Black Americans are more likely than white Americans to live in areas and housing that increase their susceptibility to climate-related health issues. And 65% of Black Americans report feeling anxious about climate change's impact. Through our Office of Climate Change and Health Equity and the Office of Environmental Justice, we're working with providers and community leaders to identify innovative approaches that empower communities to address the health consequences linked to climate change. Visit hhs.gov for more information and tune in next Thursday to hear from another HHS leader on how you can contribute to advancing better health for Black communities.
Family, what the hell was that? Is this all the Democrat family? Have the Democrats got this bad? Has it gotten this bad, family? I know that we right now in this generation are whooping their ass sideways. I know that we right now in this generation got the Democrats throwing in the towel, begging, hoping, coping, doing anything they can to get away from foundational Black Americans. I understand that. But I didn't know that this ass whooping is this bad that they got to get to the point where they're doing this, family. This is what they're doing now, fam. They are literally sending this out right here. They are literally trying to get us to vote blue no matter who based on this. This shows you it's a wrap come November. They are not even sending out their regular Democratic shields. They are going way deep into the game to send us an identify as person. And this identify as person is trying to tell us about climate change on Black History Month, on Vote Blue no matter who, and we can all just get together. This shows you again, y'all, when foundational Black Americans get on code, get on game, they cannot stop us. It's a wrap for the Democratic Party. We're going to go ahead and consider the Democratic Party done. It's a wrap. When they got to go to this level right here, y'all, it shows you that whatever they thought they had working for them is completely out of the picture. And now foundational Black Americans are the ones who are calling all the shots. It's that bad. That bad. So family, what it is. What is it going to be next? What's it going to be next? What they going to send out, fam? You know what I'm saying? What they going to do? And mind you, they had all the RBG colors in the back. We ain't going for none of that. We ain't going for none of that. What made somebody think like, oh, let's talk about climate change and let's send this person out? Who is literally writing this script? Okay? Who's writing this script? Who really in their right mind believes that this is the way that foundational Black Americans are going to vote? If you believe that that right there is why foundational Black Americans are going to go vote blue, oh, you crazy. You crazy. I'm telling you, we are watching the end of the Democratic Party. We talked about this on the Black Alpha Network months ago. Matter of fact, it was over a year ago. We spoke about how the Democratic Party is a wrap. They are not standing on 10. The Democratic Party is completely shook, and it was based on this right here. The fact that they got to do things that are this low level, and they cannot perform on any aspect, on any level. This shows you where we are and where they are. We predicted that the Democratic shills were going to get extra desperate. We predicted that the Democratic shills were just going to start sending out whoever they can send out. And now, if you look, that's exactly what they are doing. Family, that ain't the end of it, though. No, they send that out, right? Okay, so we have Joyless Reed, who's trying to talk reparations. Charlamagne already admitted that he is clearly, straight up and down, a Democratic shield. He takes orders. They send us out an identified ass to talk about the weather and Skittles. And family, did y'all see the hip hop task force that they got? They're literally having a hip hop task force, and they think that's going to get us to vote. The Democrats are so far out of touch with us, and it's based on we have rejected them. Let's show the evidence. Let's put the receipts on the table, because that's all we do right here, family. Check this out. The hip hop task force, fam, is in full swing, and the Democrats are trying to give this to us. This is a direct response to us gatekeeping our community. This is a direct response to us not allowing anybody to take what we created, and now they're trying to serve us with this nonsense. Listen to this.
Hip hop is not just music. It's not just an art form. It's a culture with a multi-billion-dollar economy, but we haven't harnessed the power of it yet to make transformative change in legislation.
The Black Music Action Coalition is an advocacy organization that's committed to utilizing the cultural capital of Black music to influence the music industry and greater society on the issues of racial justice and equity through policy, philanthropic, and educational initiatives.
What you are watching is the maturation of the culture. You are watching us come together and take something that came from nothing, that came out of despair, that came out of being disenfranchised, right? It came out of a political system that used us, but we didn't use. Now you're seeing the effects of that culture growing up.
We know that hip hop builds bridges across our communities. And I'm thrilled to be part.
Oh, look right there, family. They done had to pull out the 50-50. They done had to pull out. We done created this 50-50 with y'all. We knew that was coming, didn't we? We knew that was coming. Listen to the words they already used, fam. They said disenfranchised. They said equity. Those are basically all lives matter terms. And I want y'all to notice how they pulled out this lady right here. And they had to include this person from that community so she could come in here. And the first thing she says with an emphasis is our communities. Basically, they sent out Fat Joe. That's Fat Jolena. All right. They sent out Fat Jolena, and Fat Jolena is trying to tell us what Fat Joe said. Some 50-50 shit. Hell no.
You're seeing the effects of that culture growing up.
We know that hip hop builds bridges across our communities. And I'm thrilled to be part of a task force that supports that bridge building.
By focusing on congressional policies that safeguard the rights and interests of artists, producers, and fans alike, we will not only honor hip-hop's significant contribution to our cultural landscape, but also ensure that its vibrant legacy is preserved and respected.
No, hell no, y'all. That right there was complete. Yes, Fat Jolena. Fat Jolena. They sent out Fat Jolena and everybody else. No, we ain't going for it. Nope. You see what I'm talking about, though? They got to do that because we have rejected the 50-50. This shows you that the 50-50 thing was coming from the top. All of a sudden, Fat Joe, who, let's be real, was a D+, D- rapper, All of a sudden, Fat Joe is everywhere. This dude's at WNBA games. The dude had a damn Super Bowl commercial, okay? He's hanging out with Kamala Harris. He's hosting events. This shows you that when that didn't work, they said, damn, we done spent all this money trying to get you to do that, Fat Joe. Why it ain't working? He don't know because of us. They said, okay, let's call Fat Jolena. Then they sent out Fat Jolena. And then they sent those people in and they kicked every single Democratic talking point and none of that worked. Telling you, they are running out of money. It's to the point, family, we're just going to outlast them. That's really what's going to happen. Foundational Black Americans, we are going to outlast the Democrats. They are spending too much money, too much time paying these shills. The shills are slipping, tripping, falling over their own feet. We keep rejecting them. We keep denying them. We keep dismissing them. What do they have next, y'all? They don't have anything else. The only thing that all the shills can do, y'all, is continue to try to get foundational Black Americans on that page, and it's a page that we are not going for. They send out Angela Cry. They send her out. They send out Andrew Hotel Gillum. That ain't work. So now when the Democratic Party is all against the ropes and they shook, foundational Black Americans, like always, we the last people standing. We are the last people standing, and that's how it's always going to be. I, on this episode, and every time we get down and we get together, family, we're going to talk about FBA winning. That's one thing we're going to always do. And we're going to pull out receipts to show our victories. See, we're not running around here, fam, talking about victories that never existed. You feel me? We're going to talk about victories that we can point to. And trust me, if we can point to these victories, they know them victories are out there. The very fact that they know them victories are out there is why they're sending out everybody. It's to the point right now, y'all, in this generation, that this election is going to change the whole discourse of this country, and it's going to be based upon foundational Black Americans doing whatever the hell we want to do. That's the way the game goes. Victory after victory after victory. If you ever want to feel good about being a foundational Black American, I'm telling you right now, tap into the Black Alpha Network, because we're going to take pride in all of our victories, and we love seeing all these people sweat. We love seeing these people shook. We love seeing these tools broken. We're not patching together no tool. We're not finding no tool, letting them get black all of a sudden and telling them to come back in. That go for everybody. If you get out of line, get off code, or get out of pocket with foundational Black Americans, if you actively work against foundational Black Americans for a political party or for whatever reason, you will be G-checked, you will be regulated, and you will be tossed out, and that's the way we're doing it. Now, family, they sending out Angela Cry, but guess what, y'all? She's mad now, too. Watch her. She's mad. We ain't seen her for a long time. Angela Cry disappeared. Angela Cry was dipping and dodging. They didn't really want to bring her around. Why is she popping up all of a sudden, y'all? Angela Cry is popping up because she has to come do damage control. But what you're seeing now is a bunch of Democratic shills who are trying to pretend that the Democrats have a Black problem. They know that the Democrats got a Black problem, but what they're trying to do is get in front of it, damage control. But like I said before, there ain't no damage to control. You cannot clean house because we're the only ones cleaning house. So you shook. Watch Angela Cry right here. Start literally crying. They arguing. Look at that. Family, we got the Democratic shills arguing with each other. I told you, all we do is celebrate victories. All we do is point out where we winning. Look at Angela Cry trying to go off. Gillum, who's saying, whoa. No, hold on now. Don't you be going off now. That's not our job. Our job is to sit here and talk about how great the Democrats are. It ain't our job for you to come up in here and talk about how bad they are. And notice they start arguing off rip. We got the Democratic shills arguing with each other. Y'all know, like I know, like we all know, that if foundational Black Americans was pledging to the Democratic Party, pulling that lever and voting, you'd see none of this. What you consistently see is if you look in their eyes and you look at their faces, these people are afraid. They're uncertain. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's next. They don't know if they're going to get that pink slip. They don't know if they're going to get called to Zaddy's office. They don't know if they're going to get that race spanking. They understand one thing, though, that foundational Black Americans and the Black grassroots have stripped all the power that they thought they had. Now they got to answer to us, and now they're fighting. Watch this right here. As it goes, she started off talking about the problems with Joe Biden. Gillum tried to say, knock it off now. You stop now, girl. We're not here for all that. We supposed to do one job now, and that's to talk about good things for Master Joe. And she said, I don't care. I don't give a damn. When we watch Democratic shills fight each other, we get the popcorn. Uh-oh. I told y'all them shills is mad. Them shills is real mad. Look at them. Hold on. They arguing, y'all. They arguing. We got them mad. We got them shook. They upset right now.
I'm just saying, a lot of old man white.
Look at her face. She pissed.
White old
freeze frame.
man tactics. Kind of old white man. I'm just saying,
She look at that face, family. Did I not just sit here and tell y'all that if you look, that woman is angry. She's defeated. She is uncertain. This is election season. It don't get more real than right now, y'all. It don't get more real than right now. This is it. This ain't 2022. This 2024. The election is coming up right around spring and summer goal. We're going to be right in the fall, and it's coming. And this is how we got the Democratic shields. Trust me, that right there, that look in her face is because Joe Biden's poll numbers are in the trash. Joe Biden's poll numbers are in the trash because Black Americans ain't vote for him. That same voter block that they've always disrespected, the same lineage, heritage, and culture that they've always looked over, had put up two middle fingers and said, okay, I'll see you when I'm on my couch. And now they're arguing. And Angela Cry, who all the time, 100% out of 100%, is always on the Democratic side. Now she's starting to get upset. And then watch Gillum come in and say, wait a minute, you're not going to talk about massa like that. We got these people arguing. Always look at the Democrats and the Republicans. Always look at the good cop, the bad cop. Always look at the shield and the shield. When you see their energy and how they're acting and how they're behaving, then you can tell where we are right now as foundational Black Americans. You want a State of the Union address? The State of the Union address is this. Foundational Black Americans got everybody mad. And if everybody's mad, that means foundational Black Americans are doing something. Family, that right there, again, is why foundational Black Americans are winning. I love that. I love watching that. Let's be real, family. They was going at it. They are nowhere near on the same page. They may try to be civil at the end, but trust and believe, when you talk about policies, we're being a Democratic shield, because they both are. We're being a minion, because they both are. We're being a puppet for Zaddy is, because they both are. We know Gillum is on some whole other stuff. We know for a fact the way they're acting right there, they are worlds apart, and they ain't going to be on the same page anytime soon. No. We got shield on shield crime, y'all. And that's because of foundational Black Americans. And mind you, she started talking about all these other people, right? What's going on over there in the Middle East. Let's make this clear. The people right now over there in the Middle East, and all the ones who are coming here talking about no ceasefire, no vote, where does no ceasefire, no vote come from, y'all? That comes from no tangibles, no vote. Where does all of this, if you don't do this for us, Joe Biden, we're not going to vote for you? Where does that come from? That comes from Black Americans. We seen them. All my brothers and sisters. I don't know how many were there in South Carolina in the chat. I see my brother EJ. All of us who were there, me, Marcel, everybody, we literally, for the first time on camera, you seen the first clash between those people and Black Americans. You seen they were watching our every move. You seen they were talking about reparations and all these things. Why? Is because they are trying to get in on foundational Black American movement. So they all mimic us. We, Black Americans, we have made it cool to challenge the Democratic plantation. Anybody in this country, it doesn't matter. This country was based on doing whatever the hell your political affiliation told you to do. It was not until this generation right here, where now all of a sudden, everybody want to have a position. Everybody got a movement now. Everybody want reparations. Everybody want tandems. Everybody want to take our talking points. Nobody was doing that. So in that essence, family, we are actually still affecting the Democratic Party. Whether that's foundational Black Americans saying no tangibles, no vote, or it's somebody who's watching foundational Black Americans say that, then they come up with their version of it, and then they say it back to the Democrats. We're not only affecting change based on the way we move, we're also affecting change based on everybody else who duplicates us. And we all know the whole damn world duplicates everything that we do. We all know when foundational Black Americans move, everybody else follows. So you got the real certified foundational Black American freedmen giving the Democratic Party that work. And then you got all of these people who mimic us, and they're saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, I like that there. No tangibles, no vote, no ceasefire. They know what it is. Now I'm literally seeing people that are saying, and this is no lie. Remember, Donald Trump was going to put in a ban. He was going to ban people from coming to this country. This is how serious foundational Black Americans have influenced the world. This is why I always say, Black Alpha, that our energy and our presence is a game changer. And we got so much power that they want to keep from us. But now we possess it all and we running things. It got to the point where Donald Trump literally had a Muslim ban. And he told these folks openly, We don't want you to come to our country. That's what Donald Trump said. Okay. The same people that 4 years ago, he said, really it was about 5 years ago, he said, we will ban you from coming to this country. Those people now are saying they'll go vote for Donald Trump. This is how much we have changed the game. The Democrats got not only a foundational Black American problem, family, they got a problem across the board because Palestinians are literally saying, we would rather go vote for the man who's going to ban us before we would go vote for Joe Biden. And they do that all based on stealing our talking points. So guess what? If you steal our talking points and you come at the Democratic Party, and then foundational Black Americans is on that couch, not to mention everybody that you letting in at that border is coming over here and what they doing when they come here, family. Everybody who comes here from over that border, they're going to vote Republican. What you got? I'll tell you what you got. You got Gillum right there, pissed off. You got Angela Rye pissed off. And you got foundational Black Americans laughing all the way to the bank because reparations is coming, y'all. And we're going to be the first ones to collect. Yes, indeed. That's not the only thing, though, y'all. Check this out. This is what we talk about when we say that foundational Black Americans is pushing the line. Foundational Black Americans is pushing the line so strong, fam, that they're out there trying to put out these fake achievements that we all can agree have not achieved anything. Look what Kamala Harris put out. President Joe Biden and I have made incredible progress for Black Americans, slashing poverty among Black children and capping the cost of insulin for our seniors. Look at this right here, y'all. This right here is their claim to fame for what they say that they've done for foundational Black Americans. We all know that they haven't done anything for foundational Black Americans. But the problem is they used to be able to put stuff like this out, straight bold-faced lie, and nobody would challenge it. Brothers and sisters said, hell no. Listen to this. They claim they slashed poverty among Black children by 52% in his first year. If you slash poverty for Black American children 52%, that means that you slash poverty for the whole Black community by 52%, because last time I checked, children live with their parents. Lie exposed. Next one. Fought to cancel over $132 billion in student loans. And the majority of that went to people from the dominant society and minorities, because over $132 billion in student loans isn't for foundational Black Americans, because foundational Black Americans are not going to college at that degree. And by the way, when I went to go see Kamala Harris in Orangeburg, South Carolina, she was on stage saying that, and literally right behind me was some college students, and they said that never happened for them, just like the majority of them. And that's another all lives matter thing. So that has been lie exposed. They say the Black uninsured rate reached record lows. Explain. Everything else you're putting up the percentages. Show us the data. Or did you just tell us and we supposed to believe it? Lie exposed. They said that they done capped all certain things. BS. Signed an extension that boosted PPP loans for minority-owned small businesses. Family, you know it ain't some Democratic shield talk until they pull out the minority-owned. So basically, you did it for everybody except for foundational Black Americans. If that's what it is, then you can just go ahead and say it. Foundational Black Americans is in the title, right? President Biden's accomplishments for Black Americans. Has she said Black American one time in all of these statements? What do I always say, family? They know when to put Black in the headline, and then they put minority everywhere else. So that's another lie and exposed. They say increased nutrition assistance and benefits for more than 40 million Americans. Now they ain't even saying, now family, they're not even saying minority. Now they're just saying Americans in general now. So now they done hopped all the way over to, well, you know, just in general, all Americans we done did it for. So basically, that's not for Black Americans. This is what we're talking about. They flip-flopped, changed the script, and now they're talking about just Americans. That started off at the very top. Look at the very top, y'all. At the very top, they start talking about Black Americans. When you go down, then all of a sudden, you start to see minority. Then you go a little further down. Now they're just saying Americans in general. By the time we get all the way to the bottom, they're going to be talking about cats and dogs. They have done nothing for foundational Black Americans. And then they say they provided $25 billion in rental assistance. Again, now they don't specify 1 minute, they know how to specify. The next minute, it's vague. Why do they do that? Because they haven't done a damn thing for foundational Black American freedmen, and their worst nightmare has came true is that now when they don't do it, we call them out on it, and they don't know how to accept it. That's the difference, family, and that's why we pushing along, and that's why we grind it. That part. So what do we see? We see at the highest levels, the Democratic Party being called out. We see at the highest levels, the Democratic Party being exposed. The vice president is just saying things. They got very comfortable saying whatever they wanted to say, and nobody challenged them. They got very comfortable just talk, and foundational Black Americans let them get away with it. Not in this generation, not in this time. They got to own up to all of that. So let's think about what we've already covered, family, in just 1 hour. We're talking about Charlamagne admitted that he takes orders. Angela Rye and Gillum are literally arguing, okay? Kamala Harris put out a vague-ass statement that nobody believed. And then we seen Joyless Reed and her Friedman forehead get G-checked, and that's what happens. They get G-checked, they get regulated, and the tools get broken. Speaking about tools getting broken, as we say, family, whenever you see a broken tool, you leave them where you found them. And that's what we're doing, and that's the where we're going. I want y'all to notice this. This is a picture that came across the internet of a tool that's been broken. See, down here in Georgia, straight down in Atlanta, for a long, long time, family, you've been seeing a lot of these boule folks, and they've been talking about all these games. But trust me, fam, when they talk about things that they've done, they really just talking about boule stuff. They're not talking about nothing that's solid, nothing that they stand on, nothing they've ever done. This is Mammŷ talk, okay? And I want everybody to realize this. When we sit back and we watch these tools get broken, it's in our best interest to enjoy the show. I know I do. Whenever I see a tool get broken, family, I'm loving the show. I'm loving it. Why? It's because I understand that only happens because foundational Black Americans have done something. You've never seen the tool really get broken if what that tool was doing was really effective. The dominant society would want to keep them around. The fact is they get rid of more tools every single day. They throw tools to the curb left and right because foundational Black Americans are the ones out here getting the job done. So with that said, family, I want y'all to see the newest tool that's getting broke. This person has been out there, y'all. I'm sorry. Somebody sent that to me. I don't know who did. Somebody sent that to me. Fanny the Mammύ. She been out here tooling it up, doing all the deeds for the dominant society, getting real reckless with foundational Black Americans, trying to call us out. And then we done came to find out that Fanny the Mammύ been out there dropping it like it's hot for some folks. Yeah, that's what we done heard. That's the word on the street. Okay, that's what we all hearing out here, word on the street. And then what we're also seeing, family, is that everybody sees that we, foundational Black Americans, ain't putting on the cake for that. All right, so while she was out there throwing RICOs on every Black person she could find, from rappers to teachers, while she thought it was a good idea to get involved in massa versus massa, zaddy versus zaddy, she ain't going on no real page. Now she want to get black all of a sudden. But foundational Black Americans, we know one thing. When you see Mayo versus Miracle Whip, you sit your ass on the couch and you watch it. You don't come in and try to save Mayo. Don't save Mayo. She don't want to be saved. This is the problem. You don't save Miracle Whip. They don't want to be saved. She thought she was going to fly in and save them, and then they thought that we was going to come on in and do the same exact thing. Well, that ain't happening when it comes to foundational Black Americans, y'all. It is a great thing right now in this generation for us to watch these people crash and burn. Why? It's because we know we got to make everybody see this loud and clear. You will not play us. You will not hustle us. You will not con us. If you ever in your life disrespect our lineage and you ever try to serve the dominant society, guarantee you're going to have a hard damn time because we on code. So we've been watching this Fanny Mammύ trial, and that's what it is. I don't care what nobody say. She can get mad and say, I ain't on trial. Let me tell you. You on trial. Let me tell you something. I know you want to be Karen. You want to be down with the dominant society. Let me tell you something. You on trial because right now you talking about a presidential election that is unheard of. Let me tell y'all, family. Let's talk about what she done got her shilling into, all right? Y'all know these folks is so adamant and so in love with the dominant society, they'll put themselves in some crazy situations, some real crazy situations. This woman really thought that she was going to get involved with the Donald Trump, Joe Biden election, the presidential election. This is the first election in American history where a president is going against an ex-president who got 4 or 5 different indictments. Okay, Donald Trump is to the point where he may beat indictments, run again for office, and then beat the guy who beat him in 2020. This ain't never been seen before. You're talking about a case in an election that is one of the biggest of all time. She thought it was a good idea to Mammŷ her way in between Mayo and Miracle Whip at the presidential level, where one president has several indictments, the other president is 339 years old, and foundational Black Americans are on code more than ever. You got folks saying no tangibles, no vote. You got folks saying run us our check. You got folks running around watching us, stealing our lingo, talking about no ceasefire. You got the borders wide open. And with all of that, you thought it was a good idea to put your little Democratic shield right there in the middle and thought they wasn't going to come for you? The biggest mistake that is always made is when you see one massa versus one massa. You see one zaddy versus another zaddy. You see Democrat, Republican, you see Mayo and Miracle Whip fight. You think you got a place in the middle of that. No, you don't. Because at the end of the day, them folks is still going back home. They still going right back to their house. They still going to eat some Brussels sprouts. They still going to eat some unseasoned food, some soggy ass mashed potatoes, and they still going to practice supremacy. What you going to do? These Black folks who always think that they got a place in the middle of two supremacists going at each other. No, you don't. That's why tools get broken. You run around here and you want to be involved all of a sudden, you're going to be a broken tool. You think that all of them W's on the liberal side is going to be there for you. You think them is your friends. They not your friends. You got one job to do, and that is to carry the weight for whatever your liberal massa wants you to do. And then when the conservative massa got a problem with it, he going to break that tool. And then the same tool that gets broken, the liberal is going to watch it happen. Family, everybody mad at Fanny. Fanny the Mammύ pissed off. I'm telling you, she done pissed everybody off. Y'all been seeing it? Everybody done seen it, y'all. They are so mad at her right now, ain't nobody coming to help. That's another thing. You try to sell out foundational Black Americans for some butter biscuits. The butter biscuits run dry. You try to run back over to us, and all the people you thought was your friend are gone. How many times did we see it happen, y'all? How many times? Y'all remember Omarosa? Remember that? Omarosa was doing the same thing. Omarosa thought that she was going to run around, throw FBA under the bus, and then when she get broke, she going to come back and we going to welcome her with open arms. Hell no, I ain't seen her since. Y'all remember Stacey Dash? Remember that? Stacey Dash was running around here. She was campaigning so she could be a Karen. She was literally bleaching her skin so she could look like Karen. And then what happened? What happened? If anybody got me on Twitter, if you can find the picture of Stacey Dash where she was bleaching her skin, DM that to me on Twitter because I want to put that up, family. I want to put all that up because she was a real I want to be a Karen. But guess what? Broken, and ain't seen them since, okay? Stacey Dash can't even be in a damn Tubi movie. Don't nobody want nothing to do with her. Omarosa, out of bounds. Ain't nowhere to go. Okay, that's what happens. You ain't got nowhere to go no more. Foundational Black Americans don't accept you. You are what I've always said. Your ass is racially homeless. All right. The dominant society, which you thought you was down with, lets you know real quick that you an NIGG hard ER. They ain't rocking with you. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't rocking with you because one thing we don't do is disloyalty. One thing we don't do is you selling out the community. So now where you gonna go, y'all? Ain't got nowhere to go. It is broken tool season, and I'm loving all these broken tools. I'm loving watching what's going on with Eric Adams. He getting broke every damn day, and I'm enjoying the show. I love what's going on with Brandon Johnson. When you look at Brandon Johnson, he's scared. Brandon Johnson literally, family, just had a panic attack. The man literally has broken tooled himself into the goddamn hospital. This is what's really happening. It's real. Don't let nobody tell you that these broken shields, these shattered tools aren't something that we can sit back and enjoy. I'm loving it. How many broken tools have occurred in 2024, y'all? How many have we seen? We see it all the time because supremacy is at a red alert right now. Supremacy is scared. We don't put all the receipts on the table. We understand what's happening, okay? Because foundational Black Americans are on code. So now they don't know what to do. And they breaking shields left and right. Eric Adams, whenever you see him, boom. All right, he looked like a deer in headlights. Brandon Johnson, boom, deer in headlights. Y'all remember Alvin Bragg? Alvin Bragg was running around here thinking he was tough. And I got some receipts on him right now fixing the show where they trying to run him out of New York because he's letting migrants run up on NYPD. If you look all the way across the board, everybody who came at Donald Trump, what were they? They were black. Everybody who's pushing these migrants in these cities are what? Black. The dominant society knows how to put a black person in front and say, okay, you do all the work. You do the work. Because when it all come down and hit the fan, we can get your ass out the paint. We ain't got to deal with nothing. And we sit back and watching it. 2023 and 2024 has been broken tool season. Every day you turn on your television. Every day you look at your phone. Every single day you sit back and you go down your timeline and you're seeing another tool get broken. Eric Adams, they done hit him with the damn Me Too movement. All right. He's getting indicted. The FBI done ran in his crib. And you're watching it happen with Fanny. Family, they are so mad at Fanny the Mammŷ. You're to the point where all the liberals are pissed off at him, at her. Pardon me. I didn't mean that. Sorry. That was not a joke. Okay. I didn't mean that. Okay. Fanny the Mammű, her. Okay. They're so mad at her because she has been exposed. And fam, you know that you are broken. You know that they don't want nothing to do with you when Roland Martin is mad at you. Let me make this crystal clear, family. This right here is a Black Alpha exclusive. Roland Martin, Mr. Beep, 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 Mr. Beep, 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 he is mad at Fanny. The same way Andrew Gillum was mad at Angela Rye. Because one Democratic shield is upset because things aren't going the way they wanted to. The other one is saying, you better stop now. Master ain't gonna like it. The same way Democrats come to us and they say, you better vote now, and they try to flex on us. Oh, trust me, they do the same thing to each other. Democratic shields flex on other Democratic shields. Make no mistake about it. One Democratic shield gonna get mad at the other Democratic shield. That Democratic shield ain't doing what Democratic shields are supposed to do. So check this out. Roland Martin literally is getting upset at Fanny because everybody's looking at it like this. Fanny, you got one job to do. You are supposed to do the job of getting Joe Biden elected. You're supposed to get Joe Biden elected by bringing up charges on Donald Trump. You ain't supposed to blow the case because you've been blowing people. That ain't what's supposed to happen. She done blew the case because she done blew some people, and now we dealing with broken tool season. Watch Roland Martin mad.
Look, this ain't got nothing to do with attacking a black woman. Look, this ain't got nothing to do with attacking a black woman, attacking a woman, whatever. No, Fani made a dumb decision. Fani made a dumb decision. Fani made a dumb decision. Should have thought about this. Should have seen this through. And she has brought this on by picking her lover as one of the top prosecutors on arguably one of the most high-profile cases in the country.
It's like, what were you thinking? What you are prosecuting? This is going to be the trial of the century, of 2 centuries. You're prosecuting a former president who's running for office. You could not have thought that this wasn't relevant, or
Right.
was it probative or material.
No president in American history no former president in American history has been indicted.
Right.
He's now, he has 4 cases. You're one of the 4. You arguably have the strongest case.
Exactly. And
least to investigate, but it doesn't have anything to do with Trump's guilt.
Freeze. I told you them shields was mad. I told you it's broken tool season. Look at that right there, family. Have y'all ever seen Roland Roly-Poly get that mad at another Democrat? Everybody mad. Ain't nobody out here trying to run it. They trying to do damage control. They trying to say how Fanny's some type of superhero. They trying to say that we need to love her. In reality, Fanny done pissed off everybody, including the other Democratic shields, because she blew the case by blowing somebody. Watch this right here again. Now, as we shift, that right there was the black Democratic shields. Let's go to the Young Turks. Anybody who knows the Young Turks knows. The Young Turks are the most liberals in the world. These are we only want black folks when it's time to vote. In the meantime, in between time, we all about people of color, all lives matter. These same people go with the Democrats 99.9% of the time. And she done pissed them off. Look at all these hyper liberals. I thought these was her friends now. These are the ones that they said was going to love her. So after Roland get mad, watch how the Young Turks get mad at her.
At least to investigate, but it doesn't have anything to do with Trump's guilt or innocence. But one thing that he can do, which sucks, and that's why people should be kind of mad at Fanny Willis.
I am. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. This was super irresponsible.
Because if she withdraws, then that causes a massive delay in the trial.
Yes.
And that's,
yes.
What have you done? What have you done? Why didn't you just hire a normal person that wasn't your boyfriend to lead this incredibly important case?
Strongest case. Look, this ain't got.
Damn. One more time at the back end. First off, this lady right here, I thought that was your liberal feminist friend. This is a liberal who loves every single thing that women's news until it's a sister. All of a sudden, they don't have that same feminine energy when it comes to a sister. Watch her straight up say it. I am mad at her. Look how disgusted she looks.
It doesn't have anything to do with Trump's guilt or innocence. But one thing that he can do, which sucks, and that's why people should be kind of mad at Fanny Willis.
I am. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. I'm mad at Fanny Willis. This was super irresponsible.
Because if she withdraws.
Look how mad she look. Look how mad she look. Look at that right there, family. That's that super disgusted, angry liberal face. Look at her. She is fuming right now. Fuming. You don't see none of them liberals coming to run and save her. You don't see that. Where is it at? I thought that it was supposed to be all the liberal women was going to come and have her back. That's what she thought. That's what the whole world thought. That's what the Democrats tell us. But guess what? It don't happen. So when they try to come at us and try to hit us with a gender divide, it looks like the only real one is the Karens who don't like the sisters, which all of us in the Black Grassroots have been saying and explaining for how long? The world finally is coming to find out what we've all known, y'all. Everybody has.
Then that causes a massive delay in the trial.
Yes.
And that's,
yes.
What have you done? What have you done? Why didn't you just hire a normal person that wasn't your boyfriend to lead this incredibly important case?
Strongest case.
Bam, 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 bam. That right there, family, is exactly what we've been saying. It's everything playing all the way out. You got the liberals mad at her, okay? You got other Democratic shields mad at her. Everybody's upset because she's been exposed. And folks have been known for the longest about her. Mind you, and I got to keep bringing this up, Fanny Willis is the same person who purposely tried to throw the Rashard Brooks case. Let's talk about the Rashard Brooks case, fam. Rashard Brooks kind of got lost in the thing with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And by the way, George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, both of their cases were hijacked by Joe Biden. Both of those cases were hijacked by the Vote Blue no matter who. We all remember when that happened in the summer of 2020, everybody was talking about George Floyd. They were talking about Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Rashard Brooks. The Rashard Brooks situation quietly got caught up in the DA election. Everybody knows what happened in that DA election. The first district attorney, I want to say his name is Will Howard, he wanted to go ahead. Matter of fact, he did step up to press charges literally the next day on the police officers who harmed our brother Rashard Brooks. Fanny Willis literally ran on she was going to throw the case. She said she didn't want nothing to do with it. She said this case should not even be tried. So they took that case and they got rid of it. This is her. This is the same one who straight up said, we're going to take rappers and we are going to go ahead and highlight rappers and we're going to put them on trial based on their lyrics. That is what they said. Family, we're not making this up. We're not making this up. This is Fanny the Mammŷ. We've been knowing. Certified Foundational Black Americans, we've been knowing type of time she's on for how long, y'all? How long we been knowing it? It ain't nothing new over here. It ain't nothing new. They say ain't nothing new under the sun, family. Well, Foundational Black Americans been here since day one. We know all about it, y'all. We know all about it. So this is why they've been trying to push her on Foundational Black Americans, and we ain't really been going for it. We ain't been going for it. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't stepped up and said, okay, we're going to get behind her. No, we've been letting broken tools stay broken. That's what we got to do. That's what we need to do in this era. I want everybody to look at this right here, family. Check this out. I am about to play some footage. This is when Fanny was running in Atlanta, and watch how she was supporting a whole gang of people that we knew was bad news. Check this out right here, y'all. This right here shows you Fanny has been on this type of time for a long time. This is why this tool will stay broken, y'all. This right here. Look who's always supported her, y'all.
get to vote. Yeah, polls will be open because one of the most talked about races in Tuesday's runoff for the bid for Fulton County DA, Paul Howard. He's held that seat for 23 years. He's fighting to keep it in a very tight contest against his former employee, Fanny Willis. Well, we spoke with both candidates one-on-one about the race. You can hear from the incumbent, Paul Howard, coming up at 6:15. But first, here's his challenger, Fanny Willis, on how she says she would fix the district attorney's office.
The cases that need to be charged will be investigated properly so that victims can actually get the justice that they deserve.
Fanny Willis says that didn't happen when her former boss and now opponent, Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard, brought charges against 2 Atlanta police officers just days after one of them shot and killed Rashard Brooks. It followed several nights of protests and unrest in Atlanta.
This was a very emotional case, and some may feel as though if nothing happened, that the streets would continue to burn.
You brought up a word that I find extremely interesting. Emotions were high. That is the absolute worst way a district attorney should be.
Look at that, family. Look how she's saying, and it's Paul Howard, excuse me. Notice how she's sitting there saying, oh, it's just the emotion. It ain't what y'all saw on camera. It ain't what we seen in broad daylight. She sounded like the same people were telling us that Eric Gardner was just heavy. She sounded like the same one who said George Floyd was just on fentanyl. It sounded like the same thing. This is what she ran on. This is how she was introduced to everybody. She was doing Democratic shilling from the giddy up. They selected her very, very carefully. In Foundational Black Americans, man, we've been knew that. We've been. Our brother Tariq Nasheed, he had called it out before it happened. Tariq said he was not going to support Fanny because she was going to throw the case what Paul Howard had already put forth. And it exactly happened that way. It exactly happened. Watch how she's basically saying Foundational Black Americans are just far too emotional. And then look who supports her.
Making decisions. It was absolutely done to gain a political advantage. And it was done at the cost of the Brooks family and at the cost of the community.
Willis worked by Paul Howard's side for more than a decade. During that time, a former paralegal says she was sexually harassed by DA Howard for several years. Just one of a string of allegations against him.
Did you see any situations where now you look back and say, something was amiss there?
People had told me for years that there was an inappropriate sexual relationship between those two. But because I held him in
an inappropriate relationship between those two. Ain't it funny how the tide turns? So look at her right here. Basically, Me Too movement, Paul Howard. She says black people are too emotional with Rashard Brooks, dismissing that we seen it on camera. She says the race soldier needs to be set free. And now she's saying that Paul Howard, her opponent, basically was with another person having an inappropriate relationship. Fast forward to right now, and the same exact thing is happening with her. She been on this time and we been knew it.
I esteem. I honestly thought he was too smart to do it.
Do you understand? Willis says she has raised more than $400,000 in her bid to become the first Black female district attorney for Fulton County. But $2,500 of that money came from the police union. Her opponent and the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP called that a conflict of interest.
Was there a possibility of you not taking that donation from the police union?
No. Why should the police officer? No. Why should the police officers not say, we want a DA that ain't about to get indicted? We want a district attorney with integrity. They have a right to invest in me just as everyone else does.
Willis says, despite the donation and endorsement, officers will still be held accountable.
I respect police officers, but what we know is they hold too much power. And for even one of them to act a fool, act up, be disrespectful, treat people in a racist manner, it's 100 too many.
Willis says, as DA, she will focus on a diversion program to help those accused of minor offenses get back on track.
Boom, right there, y'all. That right there is Fanny the Mammŷ. Look at that right there. Let's make it clear. She said, we don't give a damn. She let the race soldier go who harmed Rashard Brooks, clean as that. She basically just threw Paul Howard under the bus, talked about an inappropriate relationship that we've seen now. She's done had several, and I got some. And then we start talking about how she's going to accept the money. And not only did she say that she was going to accept the money, she was just on some, man, we're going to accept it, and why wouldn't I? She basically said, why wouldn't I? Now, mind you, family, this is 2020. Go back to 2020. Everybody was running around here seeing race soldier after race soldier every single day harming foundational Black Americans. And these races were out here being hijacked. You seen the Breonna Taylor get hijacked into vote blue no matter who. You seen George Floyd get hijacked into anybody but Trump. We saw the Rashard Brooks situation, and right under, she came up on top of that and said, no, you know what? We're going to go ahead and let that go. This right here, family, shows you what type of time she's on. You never, ever, ever support any politician, family, that is taking money from race soldiers. Not at all. And this shows you right here the type of time and the type of energy that she has been on since day one. And foundational Black Americans, again, have called it out. We knew about it. And this is why we are not putting on them capes. We are not coming to save her because she don't want to be saved at all. Look at that right there, though, family. She's taking money. Not only that, she's being extremely sponsored by the International Brotherhood of Police Officers. She got an extremely passing grade, which means if you're getting a passing grade by race soldiers, that means you have made a deal that you are going to sell foundational Black Americans out, and you are going to get foundational Black Americans harmed. You're going to contribute to the preschool to prison pipeline, to the elementary to prison pipeline, to the high school, to the middle school, to the college. You're going to get brothers and sisters walking while Black. They loved her. The dominant society don't throw their money behind the DA and then give that person a grade and put it right there on the front page unless she was doing their bidding. And that's exactly what we seen. Fast forward to right now, family. So this was what was going on this weekend right here. And everybody's been watching it. Everybody's been seeing it. Let's go to this trial, family. As she's been running around here, taking money, accepting money, throwing RICOs on every Black person she's seen, foundational Black Americans been calling her out. Now look at this right here, family. This is her trying to get blackety, blackety, black. During this whole trial, they've been trying to run out and say, oh, that's sister girls to win for Black folks. Watch this right here.
Out of the class. Me and Judge Reeves were having a conversation. She had worked at a law firm I worked at back in 1996.
We're getting way afar. I mean, I don't mind her explaining her answers, but I literally just asked if they met at that conference.
Explaining how she met Mr. Wade, which was exactly the question asked by Ms. Merchant. These answers are more than appropriate.
Ms. Merchant, if you want more concise answers, perhaps you could lead the witness.
I will. Thank you, Judge. Isn't it true that you met Mr. Wade October 2019 at the judges conference?
We hasn't gotten to the point where Ms. Willis should be treated hostile in this situation.
I think we
And
have.
I'm very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Ms. Willis, it'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are.
Listen to how that Karen prosecutor and that W judge are teaming up on her. She went from putting this type of energy on Black Americans. Now this type of energy is coming back onto her. And we're watching it play out live and in living color, y'all. If you notice, there is complete cooperation between the DA, who's not her, the prosecutor, and then you completely see the judge is agreeing. The judge is like, hey, shit, I agree. Go ahead. He's assisting her. He damn near said, hey, what's for dinner? He damn near said, hey, you coming over tonight? They are working against her. So now she is right in the middle having to deal with these race soldiers. She had no problem dealing with these race soldiers when foundational Black Americans were the ones in the middle. Now it's her. Two are broken.
Are opposed to Ms. Merchant's.
Ms. Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
All right, let's
Judge,
proceed.
I would just ask that
We can keep things moving. Ms. Merchant, next question.
Right there. Notice how that judge is saying, well, okay, go ahead. Every single thing that Karen was trying to grant, the judge was saying, go ahead. He didn't object to one thing that was said. Why? It's because it's clear. It's clear, family. They got her against the ropes, and they're not playing with her. She's about to be shamed, smeared. She can come out there and say this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with her. She ain't on trial. Your ass is on trial in the court of supremacy because your toolisms are being broken. Look at her right there. She can say what she wants. That's the same look that Angela Rye had in her face. Now, did that look like the same look she had when she was putting them RICOs on Young Thug? Nope. Does that look like the same one that she had when she was telling us we were too emotional with Rashard Brooks? Nope. You seen a sense of confidence in that situation. In this situation, family, oh no, it's completely different. It's completely different. This is somebody who's talking that talk, but they ain't walking that walk. Hell to the no. That. Now look at this right here. This is how it's coming out. Everybody. See, let me tell you this. These broken tools, they think they got a friend in supremacy. But whenever a tool is getting broken, let's write this down. Let's frame this. When a tool is getting broken, all of a sudden, the same dominant society left and dominant society right, they become friends. You haven't seen no liberals coming to her defense. You haven't seen no conservatives coming to her defense. As a matter of fact, all of a sudden, the liberals and the conservatives are agreeing. They're on the same page. They're on the same time. They're working on the same exact time, and that's supremacy. Look at this right here. Perhaps the biggest takeaway from yesterday's testimony from Fulton County DA Fanny Willis, and her now outed secret lover. She paid at least $600,000 to be special counsel and was a national hold on. Okay, I was getting blurry on here. Okay, a national exhibition of the quality of people going after Donald Trump. Willis explodes on the witness stand, and she's asked when her romantic relationship with Nathan Wade ended. Court has taken 5-minute breaks to cool her down. Look how they're painting her, the emotional black woman. That's funny though, because she was trying to paint everybody who wanted justice for Rashard Brooks as what? We were too emotional. She was defending the race soldiers to the point, family, that she was telling us we were being too emotional because we simply wanted justice. And now the whole dominant society is coming after her, saying, look at her. She's so angry. Now she's getting angry black woman. She was telling us we were angry black Americans when we wanted justice. It all comes right on back to you. This is why in the system of supremacy, you belong only to on-code black Americans, or your ass is going to be racially homeless. That is what it all boils down to, and you cannot change that. And mind you, this person who put this up right there, that's a liberal. That's not a conservative. That's not a conservative. That person is a liberal. So she's being tossed under the bus by the liberals as well. Now watch how she tries to get black, y'all. Oh, we got receipts. Oh, we got them all day long. Watch how she tries to get real black now. This is what they do. One of the first tactics of a broken tool is to try to get black all of a sudden. Check this out.
Your allegations are so preposterous, or Ms. Merchants that you have joined is...
Ma'am, I didn't ask you about the allegations. I asked you about your contact. That's all I asked you. Okay, I appreciate.
Look how she puts her finger up, y'all. And she said, no. And then Bob, the supremacist, he said, ma'am, I didn't ask you that. And watch her put her finger back down.
That you have joined is...
Ma'am, I didn't ask you about the allegations. I asked you about your contact. That's all I asked you. Okay, I appreciate.
No. Look at that face, y'all. Look at that face. Once again, was that the same face that she was showing when she was talking about putting RICOs on black people? No. She put that finger up and that thing went down real quick. Why? It's because she understands that in the system of supremacy, you can play all day long. You can act tough all you want. You can sister girl the whole crowd. But when she's looking through that whole courtroom, Joe Biden ain't in there. Kamala Harris ain't in there. It's you one-on-one with Massa Zaddy. And you ain't going to talk to him the same way you talk to us. Because if you did, your ass wouldn't be sitting there right now.
To say something, but I'm interested in, did you have contacts with Mr. Wade in 2020? And your answer so far has been yes, correct?
Very limited contact because Mr. Wade had a form of cancer that makes your allegations somewhat ridiculous.
And I do appreciate the characterization.
I'm not going to emasculate a black man, but I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not going to emasculate a black man.
Stop. Oh, no. Nope, you're not going to hit us with that one. This is what we're talking about. Now they're trying to spin it, and she's trying to hit us with the, I'm not going to emasculate a black man. No, you're not going to. You're just going to let a black man, Rashard Brooks, get harmed by race soldiers, and the race soldier, you let him off the hook, and he got a desk job now. Okay, so you don't emasculate black men. You just let them get harmed by race soldiers, and they are no longer here while the cop is going around and going to different countries on vacation. Okay, this is what we talk about. The number one tactic of a broken tool is to try to get black. They want to be blackity black so they can be endearing to us, and then we can say, well, they black just like us. No longer are we doing it. I don't give a damn if you walked in that courtroom listening to Whitney Houston. I don't give a damn if you came in there listening to Luther Vandross. That don't mean nothing. You're going to be judged based on your record. Your record is of a Democratic shill of a broken tool who thought you was going to play a high-stakes game, a Democratic shilling, and you come to find out it ain't as sweet and the grass ain't greener in that courtroom.
You understand that?
No. This shows you right there what we talking about, family. All of a sudden, she starts talking about how she's there for a black man. See, she does that so you can have these people like the Root and all these different people can come out and try to make it a black issue. Now, ain't that funny? That's what she just said. Didn't we see Roland Martin earlier? And Roland said, this ain't about a black woman being attacked. When Roland Martin is in between KFC and Church's Chicken and he puts that down, and then he comes out and says something about it ain't about women and men and all that. It's about you making a mistake. Oh, she done. She thought that was going to work. She thought she was going to hit us with some man. She was out there holding brothers down. That's what she was trying to do, y'all. Y'all know that, right? She was trying to hit us with the brothers. She was holding brothers down, and brothers need to come to her defense. That's what that was. They are trying to get it. You got to think about it, fam. This is very, very important right here. The dominant society, particularly the Democratic Party, what is the one thing missing from this generation, okay? What's the one thing missing from this election? The one thing missing in this election, family, is that the gender divide. There ain't one. The dominant society and the Democratic Party have not been able to gender divide us. Where's it at? Fam, look at your watch. Look at your clock. Look at your phone. We're getting closer to the election. Go back to 2020. Go back to 2016, 2008. Go all the way back to 2004. About this time, this close to an election, they had the full gender divide going on. It was black men ain't no good. Black men need to get it together. Black American women need to get it together. Black kids need to get it together. Everybody black needs to get it together. Black grandma, black grandpa. What's wrong with black people? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't love each other. They were specializing in the gender divide. I don't see it. I don't see it. Where's it at, family? The gender divide ain't here right now. And I was just talking about this 2 weeks ago. I said, it's funny that we're this close to the election and brothers and sisters are stronger than ever. We're untouchable, we're unbreakable, we're unmatched, and we're stronger than ever. They tried to do the gender divide with that little Somalian chick with the brick. Brothers and sisters got together and ran her out the paint. See, we're standing on lineage. We're standing on lineage business. I don't give a damn who you try to throw at us. Brothers and sisters right now are not falling for the Democratic Shield gender divide. They can come out here and they can say black women, black men, black women, black men. Because notice this, y'all. We are the only lineage where they refer to us by gender. You don't never hear them talk about the Latino woman vote, the Asian woman vote, the white woman vote. They don't ever talk about that. They talk about them as the whole group. They say the white vote as a whole, the Asian vote as a whole. Okay, when it comes to us, they want to break it down. The only reason that they reference foundational Black Americans as women and men is so they can put a split down the middle. Black girls saved the election. Black girl magic. They would never say that about any other group because the gender divide is what works for them. It's being proven now, like everything else we've been doing, the gender divide is messing them up, and they don't know where to go now with the gender divide. Foundational Black Americans is on game. I'm telling y'all, we on game. We stronger than ever, y'all. They don't know what to do. Brothers and sisters are on game right now. You ain't got nothing that they can do, fam. So we on it. And this is what's happening. So when she came out, she thought she was going to sister girl us. They thought they was going to, man, she's holding brothers down. Man, you seen the way she's holding brothers down. But here's the thing. You can't use that because we're smart people. You're sitting here talking about you want to emasculate a black man, but yet you were sleeping with a black man who was married. Okay, this is what's common sense, fam. A lot of brothers and sisters is looking at it like, you ain't no rider. You out here literally having an affair. You're out here literally sleeping with somebody who's married. You're literally out here taking money from your job and giving it to other people. And right after she said that, then she gets into a whole thing where she flip-flopped and you start to see the real her pop out. Then you start to see the one who's saying, well, you know, a man is not really a plan. He's a companion now. You see 100 different Fanny the Mammies. And why do you see 100 different Fanny the Mammies, fam? It's because she is jumping back and forth between what she's trying to fool us with and versus what her orders are. Watch her right here, family. Remember a minute ago, it was all this, I'm not going to emasculate a black man, right? Now watch her kind of go into the, I'm going to throw you under the bus. And let's not forget, when it came to Paul Howard, she was saying how, well, I think Paul Howard was with somebody else. Watch this.
Mr. Let's go on and have the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
She's sister girl again. Just a minute, she was tap dancing. A couple minutes ago, she was Karen. She's going from I want to be a Karen to sister girl. This is the Kamala Harris effect. This is what Kamala was doing. Remember, Kamala Harris is a different group every single day of the year until she comes around Black Americans. Then she turns into sister girl. All right. But the problem is that certified foundational Black American women ain't falling for this. This is why the capes ain't on. This is why ain't nobody swinging in. And this is why ain't nobody saving her.
Absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal.
Look at that right there. Now she's back to throwing the brother under the bus. You see what we're talking about? Just a minute ago, wait a minute, 1 minute ago, she was talking about she's not going to emasculate a black man. Now she's saying that the same brother that she's been sleeping with is basically a chauvinist, okay? That he said a woman can only make him a sandwich. See, what she's thinking, fam, is that she's going to do the Karen. Y'all know when Karen gets into any type of situation, she starts pulling out them Karen tears. What was that one down in Texas? Y'all remember when the judge jumped over the damn counter and gave the girl her Bible and hugged her? Y'all remember that situation? Was that Amber Geiger, if I'm not mistaken, fam? I think that's who that was. Y'all remember Amber Geiger, first thing she did, she started crying. She started saying, well, you know, I didn't mean it now. And she pulled out the Karen tears. This is exactly what she thought she was going to do. She thought she was going to be in that courtroom and start talking about how bad this Nathan Wade guy is. And the judge and all the Karens in there was going to say, oh, I understand. We are women. You are my sister. Go, sister. No, they don't want to hear none of that. They sitting there like, man, we don't care. And you on trial because you want to play a high-stakes game. And you want to dance with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It don't work that way. And notice nobody in there is falling for that. Everybody in there is like, and what? Now keep going. So this is what we're talking about, fam. There's nothing that she can say. She's jumping all over the place. Yes, she is flipping left and right. 1 minute ago is I'm not going to emasculate a black man. Now all of a sudden, the same black man she's saying that she was trying to be with is the same black man said, you ain't nothing but someone who makes me a sandwich. Come on.
Make him a sandwich. We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy. Let's go on and have the conversation.
Then she brings her daddy in there. Okay, that's straight up out the book. We done seen it. Okay, now let's see her flip again. Family, all we doing, this ain't nothing but the Olympics. I know the Olympics is this summer, right? Well, we getting an early preview of the Olympics. Watch Fanny the Mammŷ flipping all over the goddamn place. Now she starts flipping back. This is when she starts trying to get loud and get bucked. Watch this right here, family. This is now why they got her against the ropes.
Exactly the question.
Class, out of the class. Me and Judge Reeves were having a conversation. She had worked at a law firm I worked at back in 1996.
We're getting way far. I mean, I don't mind her explaining her answers, but I literally just asked if they met at that conference.
Explaining how she met Mr. Wade, which was exactly the question asked by Ms. Merchant. These answers are more than appropriate.
Ms. Merchant, if you want more concise answers, perhaps you could lead the witness.
I will. Thank you, Judge. Isn't it true that you met Mr. Wade October 2019 at the judges conference?
We haven't gotten to the point where Ms. Willis should be treated.
Okay, that's what she flipped again. Okay, hold up. Hold up. She get mad. She get mad. Hold up. She get big mad. Here we go. Check it out.
Me and Judge Reeves were having a conversation. She had worked at a law firm.
Willis should be treated hostile.
I think we have.
I very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Ms. Willis, it'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Ms. Merchant's.
Ms. Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
All right, let's proceed.
Look at her now. She can't talk. Now she in there. It's a contradiction to who, where, why. Now all of a sudden, family, this is where you start to see her break down. This is where now the pressure is starting to mount on her. This is where she doesn't know what she's doing. She don't know what she got herself into. And I promise you, fam, she's probably thinking right now it was all good just a week ago. And she would rather be out that courtroom selling out black people and not having to deal with none of this. None at all. Here we go. This right here shows you even further, fam. This is the one I was looking for. Watch right here. You're going to deal with Fanny the Mammű. And the first thing that Fanny the Mammű is going to do, y'all, is that she is going to start not only getting hostile, But now she's going to start giving these dominant society members something that they can have on her. Watch her start lying.
Who in the prosecution team prior to, I guess, the motion being filed by defendant Roman, who in the prosecution team knew of your personal relationship, and now I'm talking romantic, with Mr. Wade?
So, sir, I am extremely private.
All I ask you is who knew. It's not, the answer is no one knew, that's fine. No, I ask you who knew.
You can
Let me just tell you
answer it
this.
and then explain this, Willis.
I am very private. When I supervised Mr. Body and Mr. McAfee, they didn't know who I was dating, but I can assure you I was dating somebody. So that I kept something private, that's my private life, is not any mystery to anyone. It's like a woman doesn't have the right to keep her private life private. And I'm speaking on this because there have been all these intimations.
You still haven't answered the question, Ms. Willis.
I'm sorry, what was the question, Your Honor?
Is there anyone else who knew about it? And then you can explain.
I don't know. I don't think so. I certainly didn't go out telling my business to the world.
So
freeze. I got her, y'all. Check this out. Check this out. She just caught herself. That's perjury right there. She's lying. This whole situation started with her friend selling her out. Family, she just sat there and said that she doesn't know anybody who knew. Okay. This all started based on this right here. Her friend said openly that she knew the whole time. Watch this right here, y'all. She said that she knew. Fanny said she didn't know.
Yes. And do you understand it that their relationship began in 2019 and continued until the last time you spoke with her? Yes.
One more time.
Yes. And do you understand it that their relationship began in 2019 and continued until the last time you spoke with her? Yes.
How did your friend know, but yet you saying no one really knew at all? It's clear right there, family, that she knows it was an open relationship and her friend knew the whole damn time. By the way, that's her friend who sold her out, y'all. That's her friend who threw her under the bus. Because let me tell you, when the supremacists start coming, when the supremacists start pulling up on you, then you see the real energy of these people. They'll sit there all day long talking, I'm the first black this, the first black that. The same minute that somebody from the dominant society starts to call you out, then all of a sudden you start seeing the real. That's what Barack Obama was. Barack used to run around here all day long and talk about how he was going to do this and do that. Let one person from the trailer park come, and then all of a sudden Barack Obama started tucking his tail. If her friend knew, then everybody knew. That shows you. And family, when you start losing MSNBC, then you know. As we showed all these different Democratic shills starting to argue with each other, and you start seeing Roland Martin getting mad, look at this right here. How did Fanny the Mammŷ perform? Let's ask MSNBC. And anybody who knows, MSNBC is a Democratic shield organization. Fanny's horrible performance really got them scared, and now they're throwing her off the bus. Fam, the Democrats are cutting that cord. The Democrats are leaving her on the corner. They don't want nothing to do with her. Watch this.
Yeah, this has been a bombshell, and it was a slow burn. But if you parse the language, huge issues here. And I want to be really clear: this is not about a relationship between two consenting adults. This has nothing to do with that. It's about lying to the court. It's about potential financial gain on the part of Fanny Willis, and not even so much. That's a second. That takes the back seat here. The issue is that her credibility is shot. Just as Anthony was saying, if she lied to the court, she submitted something to the court that she knew was false and inaccurate. What else was she lying about? It's a horrible look for her. I think this case is dead in the water for us.
Whoa, that's Karen. Family, that is a liberal Karen. The liberal Karen is coming out and saying, this case is dead in the water. It's a wrap. It's a bombshell. You blew it. We have already showed Democratic shields are done with her. Liberals are done with her. The same Me Too movement. The same, we're going to bring every black person down are done with her. This is not Fox News. Don't let them tell you, because we all know the Democrats only acknowledge racism when they can dump it on a Republican. This right here is MSNBC, and they are openly saying that this was a bombshell and that she's done. It's a wrap for her. And I thought that Karen was supposed to come to her defense. That's what I thought. Everybody tells us that it's all one big old movement. Everybody says that. They said Karen was supposed to come to her defense. Karen was going to show up, hold her down. And what it looks like right there, family, clear as day, is that Karen said, adios. Karen ain't got nothing. So as they try to be these Karens all day long, and I want to be a Karen, the real Karen is saying, that's your problem, sister girl. You hostile witness. I'm out the gate. And that's what's happening. And in family, they brought the guy on. And then when the guy came on, family, you seen this. This is what was going on all over the weekend. Everybody said this was like an episode of Power. All right. Watch this guy. What happened was Fanny the Mammŷ got put on this case with Donald Trump. I'm going to give it to you in the clear terms. The dominant society said, go get us a shield. The shield's from Atlanta, because mind you, you have the Real House Mammies of Atlanta. You have that Bottoms chick. You had Stacey Abrams, and then you have Fanny. They said, let's go get us a Democratic shield so we can bring charges on Donald Trump. Cool. They said, you got a good one? We said, we got Fanny. The police already love her. The police supported her. She already stifled and threw away the Rashard Brooks case. So she had a real good resume with supremacy when it came to doing their work. So now they don't want Donald Trump to run again or to win. So they said, let's put charges on Trump. We all know this. Everybody's seen it play out. So they said, let's go get Fanny. Fanny came in and Fanny said, okay, I'll do the job. No doubt. Give me some butter biscuits. But Fanny at the same time, simultaneously, is having an affair with a married guy. And then she takes the money that she's getting from other areas, and then she starts giving it to this guy. They're going on vacations all over the goddamn world. And she's giving this guy money. And then she puts this guy, Nathan Wade, as the lead prosecutor against Donald Trump. You can't make this up, y'all. This right here in Atlanta, right where I'm at. You feel me? Georgia, GA all day. This is what's happening. She took him, made her side dude the main prosecutor in the biggest case in American presidential history. This is up there with Watergate and Richard Nixon. You're talking about a president that is running against the new president, and he's got 4 or 5 indictments. The only president in American history, modern American history, to have indictments. And she is playing a high-stakes game of Democratic shilling. You do all of this, and then you taking your side dude on vacations. You're using money, and then you're making him the lead prosecutor, and then they get you on trial. See, what she thought, once again, she thought that the liberals were going to protect her. She thought all the liberals were going to come in and stop Donald Trump and the conservatives. What she does not understand is that liberals and conservatives battle it out, and then the winner gets rid of all their tools. And she did not realize that till she was in that courtroom. That's why I put up the freeze frame. That's why she's sitting there looking like this. She put up her hand and Dude said, put your hand down. She said, okay. Now it's starting to dawn on her. So she says, okay, Black Americans, I messed up. I done tried to play this high stakes game. I thought all the liberals had my back. I thought Kamala was going to come in. Y'all seen Kamala say something? I thought that was her sister girl. I thought, matter of fact, let's look at this right here, family. I thought Kamala was going to come in. Kamala ain't said nothing. Y'all ain't heard nothing from Kamala. Kamala been quiet. Why has Kamala been quiet? Because she understands the way this tool game works. Oh, yeah. Kamala got to the same position the same exact way. Oh, yes, she did. Look at this right here, family. Where's Kamala at? You ain't seen Joe Biden come out and say nothing. Where they at? They want foundational Black Americans to fit the bill. Look at Fanny the Mammie and look at Collie Green Kamala. Harvard University, check. Harvard University, check. Sorority, check. Sorority, check. Alpha Kappa Alpha, check. Alpha Kappa Alpha, check. The system of supremacy has the same exact ways. They got the same exact people, and they recruit them in the same exact direction. They pick these two out. Only difference is that Kamala did all of her under the table work, and I do mean under the table, before she got on the main stage. Fanny the Mammie thought she was going to do this when things got real, and found out that it ain't as real as she thought it was. So now, family, they got the boyfriend on. And now he comes out there and he basically just starts saying everything that the damn prosecutors are saying. He basically agrees with what they're saying. Fanny has nowhere to go. That same dude she said that we can only make a sandwich. Okay, now he's tattletelling. He done went state. A man done went state on you.
You said in the affidavit that you roughly shared travel, though, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this roughly sharing travel, you're saying she reimbursed you.
She did.
And where did you deposit the money she reimbursed you?
I was cash. She didn't give me any checks.
So she paid you cash for her share of all these vacations.
Mr. Schaefer, you'll step out if you do that again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so all of the vacations that she took, she paid you cash for.
Yes, ma'am.
And you purchased all of these vacations on your business credit card, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
He's giving the money trail. He's giving the whole money trail. Cash. They're taking finances that are meant for a case and they're spending it on vacations. And this man is right there telling them, yep, cash. Yep, business card. Yep, took it here. Yep, went there. Openly. These people don't know what is going on, family. I'm telling you, they were not prepared for what was coming. These was comfortable tools. See, they get real comfortable because they're always flexing on Black Americans. Whenever you sitting there talking about Rashard Brooks or you talking about Young Thug and RICO cases, oh, you real cool then. But when it comes to this, now all of a sudden it's like, well, hold on now. We don't really know what's going on. These people don't know what's happening. Watch her right here, family. Watch her try to act like she doesn't even know where they went. Now it starts hitting her, fam. Now she starts getting real scared. Watch her right here try to play dumb. And they start talking about the vacations. Not only, fam, has it been identified that they were together, it's also been identified they were going on vacations. It's also been identified that she was giving him money. It's also been identified what style of money, cash or credit, cash, that she was giving him. And now it's also been identified where they were going. She tries to act like she don't know where Belize is.
You also said that he was a world traveler and had been on many of the continents.
I've been to 6.
Have you been on any of those continents with him? Besides this one?
Where's Belize? What continent is it? I'm not being funny. I don't know.
Let's say, with the
I've been
exception
to
of
Belize with him. I've been to the Bahamas with him. I've been with Aruba with him. Don't embarrass me. I'm not sure what continents those are on. Whatever continents those are, that's where I've been. I'm sure if I gave it some thought, I would tell you. But whatever continents those are, that I've been to those locations, sir.
No, well, she's scared now. Oh, she's scared. It's all hitting reality. I'm telling you, there is no future in being a shield. There's no future in being a democratic tool. None at all. They don't know what's happening, and now reality is setting in. You're starting to deal with jail time now. See, it's funny when you start off thinking you just selling out Black people, when you start off just thinking you selling out Black Americans, and then you blink and you look, and now it's coming down on you. That's a hard pill to swallow. And if you look at her face right now, once again, y'all, that don't look like the same face she made when she said Black people were too emotional about Rashard Brooks. Don't look the same. But look at her right now, fam. She going through it. She said, I don't know where Belize is. Matter of fact, she said, I've been to Belize. I've been to the Bahamas. What continent are any of them on? I just don't know. She's stuttering, fumbling, and bumbling. She shook. She don't know what it is. You bought the bottle of beer. What it is. Now, look, fam, it ain't over yet. Okay, now you think that was bad? Oh, my goodness, fam. People were watching this literally like it was an episode of Power. Look at this. Look at him right there. I ain't even played the clip yet. Look at him. Now he getting scared, too. He's sitting there thinking, damn, it was all good when I was taking that money. It was all good when things was all good, but it ain't anymore. They're coming to find out that when supremacy is done with their tools, they break them. Watch this man literally start sweating and he takes his glasses off.
I'm asking you to go through 1,000 pages of records. I'm asking if you remember paying for a cabin 6 months ago in Tennessee.
No.
You remember booking a cabin?
I booked lots of cabins.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Ever?
Ever.
And what you think ever mean? She said, you ever been to one with her? He go, ever? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Yeah, forever. The first one, not the 6 you added. That boy don't know what he doing. Look at him. He over there scared. Look at him. He goes, ever? Look at his face. Ever? For real? You know you done been to a damn cabin. How many damn times you done been to a cabin with somebody? Let me tell you something. There's going to be a lot of things that I remember, and there's going to be a lot of things I forget in life. I'm going to remember when I went to a damn cabin. This is 2024. You know damn well if you done been to a cabin or not. This man is in here acting like he don't know what a cabin is, who he went with, what was going on. This right here, fam, is in real time. Tools being broken. That's why we framing it. We got 660 plus people in here. Smash that like button. Share this video. Subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Family, this right here is nothing but an expose of Democratic tools being broken. We talk about tools being broken, but very rarely do we have this play out in court. And we're watching it. This we can show our kids in the future. We can say, hey, this is what happens when somebody sells out. Press play. Hey, this is what happens when you think it's sweet. Press play. Hey, this is what happens when you think you're going to rise above your people. Press play. This is what happens when you think you're going to sell out foundational Black American freedmen and get all the butter biscuits. Press play. We're watching it, we're framing it, and we're seeing the looks, the mannerisms, the behavior, the demonstrations, and the utter fear of these broken tools who thought they were going to downplay us and elevate their party. You put your little political party over your lineage, and you're going to find out you can't put nothing over us because we was already on top. Look at this man sweating, y'all. This man is sweating because he's scared, and he don't know what it is. Watch the way the answer gets even worse, fam.
Ever.
Any day. Come on now. He still ain't answered it. Literally. People are looking at the clock. We was sitting there. Everybody watched this over the weekend. This had literally millions of views. It literally had millions of tweets. It went viral. Everybody. And people were sitting there like, this dude ain't got no answer yet? Come on. If you could take somebody who's guilty, this is what being guilty looks like.
No.
You've never gone to a cabin with this?
No.
Have you ever gone to Tennessee with Miss Willis?
Yes.
Okay. When was that?
That was around 2022, early 2022.
Early 2022? Okay.
It was a day trip.
Okay, so you didn't spend the night?
So it was a day trip.
Okay.
We would drive there, have lunch, drive back. The reason we would do that is because the attention, she couldn't get any peace of mind going locally. So we'd get in my car and drive to someplace off the beaten path and have lunch and drive back.
That man couldn't even talk. We would drive around and come back to the cabin. And I don't know. First off, it don't take you 10 minutes to say that you never were at a cabin with somebody. Okay. Don't wait 10 minutes to say no. Wait 10 minutes to say yes if you got to. Be like, damn, oh yeah, we did go. I went with so many people, man. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we did go. Yeah, This man waits 10 minutes and is like, damn, I'm not sure. Because if you wait 10 minutes to say no, someone's going to realize and be like, damn, if it was no, you would have knew from the jump. A yes may have been, okay, I've been with a lot of people. Maybe it wasn't her. Okay. This man sits there because he said it. He said, I got a lot of cabins I rented. He literally took 10 minutes to say no. He had to take his glasses off. He's sweating, pouring down sweat and everything. And then they start saying, okay, well, where? You can literally see people laughing. These people right now, the laughter stock. Everybody's laughing at them. The whole world laughing at them. And they deserve it. This is what happens. Like I said, fam, this is real time. If a Democratic shield broken tool was a person, it'd be both of them. All right. Now they started talking about the money. This is where it gets real. She starts talking about cash and who got money and what kind of money she had in her pocket. This is where they just straight up babbling, y'all. Watch her right here start talking about who got cash, and she starts trying to evoke the black thing again. Mind you, this is the same person who a couple minutes ago was saying, well, I don't emasculate a black man. Then it went into, he said all we could do is make sandwiches. And then remember, she was saying Paul Howard used to sleep with women and she didn't really want to say nothing. Now she's back to being sister girl.
But I always have cash at the house. That has been, I don't know, all my life. If you're a woman and you go on a date with a man, you better have $200 in your pocket. So if that man acts up, you can go where you want to go. So I keep cash in my house. And I don't keep cash as good in my purse like I used to. 'Cause I don't go on many dates, but when you go on a date, you should have cash in your pocket.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from? If it
I had
didn't come out of the bank?
Cash is fungible. I've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you, I just have cash in my house. I don't have as much today as I would normally have, but I'm building back up now. So you just put money in. It's a very good practice. I would advise it to all women.
So you can't identify when you came into this cash or where the cash came from?
I didn't say I couldn't identify it. No, nobody gives me anything. I am sure that the source of the money is always the work, sweat, and tears of me. What you asked me for is, when did the money go in there? What I am trying to tell you is, so I got divorced in 2005 from my husband. No, it's important. You said, where did the money come from? And I need to tell you where the money came from. And so for many, many years, I have kept money in my house. That money in my worst days has probably only been $500 or $1,000. At my best days, I probably had $15,000 in my house at cash. At all times, there's going to be cash in my house or wherever I'm laying my head.
The money that you paid Mr. Wade, the cash, in October of 2022, you do not know where that money came from.
I do know where it came from. It came from my sweat and tears.
You know which job it came from. Did it come from Fulton County or did it come from a private job?
It came from, what are you talking about? So it could have come from a private job because.
You know what she's talking about. The reason why you sitting in that chair. Did you take the money from your job and give it to this guy? Don't play dumb.
Before I was DA, I was in private practice. So I earned money during that time period. That's probably in there.
You don't know.
Watch the lady right there. She said, you don't know where the money came from. Watch Karen.
It's probably in there.
You don't know.
It could have.
Family, everybody is clowning them right now because this is terrible work. Terrible. Where she acting like she don't know. And it's so bad, family. Even Donald Trump came out and was talking about her. The whole world was watching. This is why we say, family, the system of supremacy is taking major hits. This is why this is the trial of not only Fanny the Mammύ, but this is also the trial of tools. See, it's bigger. There's a real metaphorical presence beneath this, fam. This is not only us watching Fanny the Mammύ be completely obliterated because, family, they are going to slander, they're going to smear, they're going to get her out the paint. There's no way she can come back from this. The dominant society won't allow it to happen. Never. Mind you, this is the highest form of the government. This is a case that reflects the 2024 election. Nobody's came for her. This is us watching Democratic shields. They're shaking because every Democratic shield, trust me, every Democrat who's watching this, they feel this could be them. They feel they could be next. Yes, indeed. They know they walking the tightrope. And then they're even more scared because they know they don't have us to run to. So you can't come running back to foundational Black Americans, and yet you're on trial because this is the first time in a long time we've seen the Democratic shield really on trial. All right, a tool really on trial. This is even more than Clarence Thomas back in the early 90s. This is a situation where you're literally seeing one get broke, and they're finding out all the Democratic shields, all the tools. They're realizing no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they can be in deep trouble, and it may flip on them. And when it does flip on them, they're not going to get no assistance from the people that they love so damn much. Donald Trump came out, and he was basically making fun of them. And this is why foundational Black Americans are really deep in the game.
How is Fani doing in how's she doing in Fulton County, Atlanta? How's that trial? No, I paid him cash. I didn't take anything. I paid him cash. Oh, where did you get the cash? They're not allowed to answer that question. They're not allowed to answer. I paid him cash, she said. I gave him cash. Oh, I didn't take anything. No. Every time we went on a trip, took 9 trips in 1 year. That's a lot of trips. I haven't taken a trip. I don't think I've taken a trip for about 30 years, actually. I don't take too many trips. But it's like, I think she said 9 trips. Every time I took a trip with my lover, I paid him in cash. Where the hell did you get the cash? You know, what a lot of bullshit.
Damn. It's getting real in the field, y'all. It's getting real. Yes. Yes, Trump petty as hell. Trump petty as hell. I'm sorry. I got to play that last part back. I got to play that back one more time. Hold on, y'all.
Like, I think she said 9 trips. Every time I took a trip with my lover, I paid him in cash. Where the hell did you get the cash? You know, what a lot of bullshit. How is Fani doing? And
she's doing terrible. She's doing terrible. Exactly. And everybody's watching it all play out right now, y'all. Everybody's watching it play out. And that's what I love about all of y'all. I love about the whole family, the whole Black Grassroots, man. We allow people to just fall. You know what I mean? Like we said, we do not put them back together. This is a very important moment, y'all. This is very important. You know, we're always breaking down the historical references and how it all plays out. This is very important because, like I said, we're seeing democratic shields be broken live on camera. And we're seeing what we always knew. Foundational Black Americans are always right. I mean, what have we been wrong about? All right. We're watching all these democratic shields get broke and nobody's coming to their defense. They can't run back to us. This is the game changer. I want y'all to see this though. Y'all remember when Fanny, the Mammŷ, was throwing those RICOs on all those rappers? Y'all remember that, right? Okay. Look at this energy you see right here. I want y'all to answer this for me. Is this the same energy that she had when she was talking to all of those prosecutors in that courtroom? Or is she talking real greasy when she's talking to Black folks?
I think if you decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm going to use it. I'm not targeting anyone, but however, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the game and not be held responsible. One of the lyrics used in this indictment, just one of the lyrics is me and my crew striking in all black. Send me the drop. We'll kick it in the house. If we steal a car, we're going to take off the tag. Well, they kick it indoors, committing home invasions. And now I'm using those lyrics that they're admitting to doing that. I'm going to continue to do that. People can continue to be angry about it. I have some legal advice. Don't confess to crimes on rap lyrics if you do not want them used, or at least get out of my county. I think
Is that the same energy, family? Now look behind her. Look directly behind her right there in that picture. Look directly behind her. Karen's got her back there. You see the difference? Damn, I love it. Damn, I love it. This is what we talking about. Literally look behind her. Karen has her back. You can see Karen holding her down. She talked real rough when Karen's got her back. She talking all this stuff about rappers when Karen is right there protecting her. She got a whole lot. Now, mind you, that's the same police department that gave her that massive endorsement. The first thing she did was not to come into office and go after all the race soldiers. Look at Karen. Karen right there. Look at that right there. I know that looks like a Ken, but I believe that's a Karen, okay? It looks like a Ken, though, but that's a Karen. They got her back. Oh, she talking crazy now. Oh, she talking real crazy. She got all types of smoke for foundational Black Americans then. But when it flipped and Karen ain't standing behind her, but Karen is standing in front of her, and Karen is reading her rights on that damn stand, then all of a sudden, she starts saying, where is Belize? Well, I don't know where Belize could be. Is Belize somewhere in Asia? Because I heard it was in Germany somewhere. I think Belize is somewhere between Germany and somewhere between Italy. That's what I think. I think it's in a cave somewhere. You know where the hell damn Belize is. Quit playing with us. That's what we talking about. That right there is significant, family. It shows you what we always saying. When the dominant society behind you and you think they got your back, you talk real tough then, right? But when foundational Black Americans are in the building, in the place, then all of a sudden your energy change. This is why we say this about these people. We don't make nothing up, fam. This is how these people operate. This is how we regulate. We ain't done, fam. I told y'all I was going to get this. Did y'all see that? What's that dude name? Is it Jamal Bryant? What's the dude name? Dude from Baltimore, the pastor. Do y'all know that they have broken this tool all the way down, that now she's running to where, y'all? The Black church. They have literally, okay, everything that just went down, everything that we just showed, okay, with the whole trial, all right, with the she don't know what Belize is, she don't know what cash is, dude snitching on her friend telling on her, everything that we just played. That's her right there, family, talking crazy, right? Now look, when all of that works and all of that fails for her, what does she do, fam? She comes running right on back to the Black community. Problem is this, who she's running to ain't got no power. She's running all the way back to the church. Newsflash, okay? The Black church ain't got no power in the Black community no more. You may want to go back to the yes we can era. This is the hell to the no era. You better go back to Jesse Jackson in the African American. This is the foundational Black American. They literally sent her to the Black church. Did y'all see that Jamal Bryant guy coming out and he was talking about we need to thank God. Literally, we need to thank God because Fanny is a hero and all Black people got her back. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yes, he did. But guess what? No, we don't. Watch this, family, and we are going to expose the way we do, They done seen this woman get broke to the point they said, somebody call up a damn pastor. Get a pastor in here. A pastor can try to rehabilitate her. But guess what? The pastor himself, first off, is moist as hell. Second, the pastor is a pork chop pastor. Third, the pastor done been ran out of Baltimore, and he ran all the way down to Atlanta. Guess whose church that this guy done had to take over? Eddie Long. This man done went all the way down to Atlanta so he can replace Eddie Long. This is what we say. You cannot write this. You cannot make it up. We're dealing with a Democratic shield that has been broken on national television to the point they can't send her to the Black Grassroots. We don't accept her. They can't send her to the new Black media. We don't want her. They can't send her to Certified Black Society. We ain't going for that. So they said, damn it, send her to the church. The church may have worked 20 years ago, but we don't know. And then give her a Lifetime Achievement Award. We ain't lying. They gave this Democratic Shield a Lifetime Achievement Award, and they pulled out the damn pastor. Watch this right here, family. Watch this buckaroo tap dancing all day.
Would you join me in thanking God for the living heroine of Sister Fanny, who is doing an amazing... Oh, come on. I want her to know we got her back and that we are standing in the gap with and for her. Amen. Let me say what she said. She is not on trial. She is not on trial. But whenever you are a brilliant Black woman, the white infrastructure gets nervous and don't know how to take it. But I need you all to do me a favor. I got some brilliant Black women in this building. Would you cheer for them? Come on. Amen. Thankful for her life and thankful for her witness. And she had no choice but to be a strong Black woman because she was raised by a Kappa man. She had.
Stop, family. They literally pulled out this pork chop moist ass pastor who's literally trying to get foundational Black Americans to stand up for what he called a living hero. He said, this person right here, we need to just thank him. We need to give them all the credit on the planet Earth because they done held us down. First off, he said, anytime you find a great woman's, okay? He didn't say woman. He said woman's. He done threw 5 S's on it, okay? This is why we have rejected them. We done sent a reject to a reject. We out here connecting rejects, y'all. Ain't that a hell of a thing? We done sent one reject running to the next reject because they both been rejected from foundational Black Americans and don't know where to go next. And they gave this woman a damn award. I ain't lying. I'm not lying, y'all. They literally gave her an award because nobody is accepting her. Nobody is dealing with her. Nobody is bringing her around. So you're going to the Black church. The Black church is the same exact place where foundational Black Americans, especially in this year, we ain't going for the Black church. If you think you're going to rehabilitate a reject, the Black church is the last place you better send them. As a matter of fact, y'all seen the footage when our brother EJ ran Barack Obama 2.0 out the damn Black church. You see what I'm talking about? We know that these folks will try to send everybody they know to the Black church, and we ain't going for that. Not 1 second. We ain't having it. We ain't with it. We ain't for it. And this is why you got these moist ass pastors running around here. You got these moist ass politicians running around here, and they literally think that we are going to accept and we're going to ride for them. But that is not the case. It's a new day, a new era. And the quicker that they accept this new era, the faster things will change. But it ain't going to change in the way that they want. It's only going to change in the way that we say it's going to be. So when you start talking about this moist man over here, let's go ahead and pull out his resume. Let's pull out his resume, okay? Because it's simple and plain. Foundational Black Americans, we go ahead and put receipts on the table. We don't just say things to say them, fam. The only time Foundational Black Americans speak on something is when we can do the full roast. We like to go ahead and break it all the way down. So let's go ahead and break it all the way down, fam. This man right here, this guy has been running around moist as hell. All my people in Baltimore, y'all know exactly this guy's resume. Y'all know exactly what type of time he been on. And this is why you stand next to a Democratic shield, you're going to get broken right along with him. So we're going to go ahead and show the real. Check this out, y'all. This right here is Moist Man, for those who don't know, okay? First off, question. I got to ask this to the chat, y'all. I got to ask y'all this. Moist or non-moist? What y'all think, family? Moist or no? I think moist, man. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Matter of fact, he looked like one of them Down Low brothers, so I'm not surprised that he was right there with Eddie Long. You know what I mean? You going down to Eddie Long church. Come on. I'm seeing moist, man. That's moist all day long. Every day. He looked like he got Skittles bag everywhere he goes. Or he just lead a whole line of goddamn Skittles. That's what I'm seeing with this guy. Clear as day, family. Clear as day. Moist. Okay, I'm seeing some moist. Yes, indeed. That's exactly what I think. This is what we talking about. This guy right here is Raining Men's. Y'all need to stop. Yeah, it's Raining Men's. Exactly. That's exactly what he got going on. That's exactly what he got going on. Yep. Okay. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. We got a moist man up in the building. That's exactly what he is, y'all. That's exactly ultra moist, ultimate moist, sugary. Yep. Y'all crazy. That's exactly what it is. Let's go though. Let's go across the line now. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Okay. Baltimore pastor Jamal Bryant is under fire after rumors of him fathering a boy out of wedlock resurfaced. Woo! You got to be careful with them Down Low brothers. You know them Down Low brothers. They'll sit there right there. They'll go with their wife and kids, and then they'll get in the car and they'll drive right on over to Marquise's house. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. This is what we're talking about. So this is the guy who's telling us that we need to thank the Lord for Fanny the Mammŷ. Oh, no. Nah, I don't believe that player. Nah, we gonna, he hanging out with Young Jeezy. Look at that fake. Look at that weak ass fist. Look at that right there. Look at that. Hey, how your black power fist look moist? Okay, tell me, how the hell does your black power fist look that moist? That is shameful. Shameful. If we was asking the question, if we want to find out if this dude was moist, you see it all in that damn fist. That fist is at a 45-degree angle. Ain't no way in hell your ass is not on that side of town with that goddamn black power fist. That ain't no black power fist. I refuse to even put power anywhere involved in that one. This is what we talking about. This is what we seeing with this guy. So these are the people running around trying to tell foundational Black Americans that we need to thank the Lords for Fanny. Okay, you thanking the Lord for something else, brother. That's exactly what you're doing. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. More scandals, I believe. Yep. Okay. This man was spotted at a damn strip club. Real reason why Jamal Bryant was spotted at a strip club. Who was stripping at what club? That's the question I got to ask. What club and who was stripping? That's the question that we want to know, because I got a hard understanding of any of these people who try to get us to go for things that we've already gotten rid of. That ain't popping. And here's another notion right here I want to tell everybody. We cannot sit here and talk about Fanny the Mammű without playing this clip right here. Y'all, check this out. Remember all that stuff that she was saying about Paul Howard? And notice that she is on trial right now for what? Having sexual misconduct with somebody. Okay, that's funny, because remember, she was throwing people under the bus for the same exact reason. Hypocrite too.
Because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees. Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children.
Whoa! Let's play that one more time. She says the same exact thing that we just seen her ass on trial for.
Because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees. Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children. Because we deserve better.
Family, there you go right there. That shows you clear as day that the same exact thing that she was throwing Paul Howard under the bus for applies to her as well. This is what we're talking about. Again, when you got the energy for Black Americans but you ain't got none for the dominant society, we got to call you out 100%. And you know, it wouldn't be the Black Alpha Network if we didn't have some exclusives. I got an exclusive right here. Check this out, family. She was well aware of what was going on, and she was well aware of what was happening. You actually have a whistleblower who came out before the case, and this young lady that worked with her was telling her about some type of fraudulent money laundering that was going on in her administration. Let's make it clear. Fanny the Mammŷ is not only a broken tool, a Democratic shield. She had her side dude. She was out here running every race soldier up prices. She was giving every single race soldier a pass. Fanny the Mammű also was getting told by some of her people what was going on. And she was denouncing it and she was pushing it to the side. Check this out, family. Black Alpha exclusive. Listen to this whistleblower that came out. And this is a clip of somebody a year previous was telling Fanny the Mammű that her administration was taking money and was giving it away for their own benefit. The same exact thing that she is on trial for now, misusing administration funds for your own vacations. This whistleblower and this leaked audio shows you that she was getting told about this happening in her own administration. And guess what? Fanny told the young lady who brought this to her attention, you don't know what you're talking about. Why did she do that? Because Fanny did not want to shine the light on behavior that she was participating in herself. Black Alpha Network exclusive, family. Listen to this right here. This lady right here that you're going to see was somebody that worked for a lady named Amanda Timpson. She worked in Fanny's administration, and she was telling her that there's people in your administration that are misusing funds for their own purposes. When this lady tells this to Mammύ, Mammύ immediately shuts the young lady down and says, you don't know what you're talking about. Why did she do that, family? It's because she knows it wasn't just people in her administration that were doing it. She was doing the same exact thing. That's what's got her on trial right now. Listen.
He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks. We're going to do that. We're going to get swag. We're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact, Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Cuffey?
Listen to that, family. One more time. Listen to it again. This is what it is. She says, so I respect that is your assessment. This young lady is coming to her, telling her that this is going on in your administration. You need to do something about it. And Fanny did not even listen to this girl. She shut her down immediately. So we see corruption all throughout her administration. We are well aware that she was well aware of what was happening in her administration based on leaked audio from this whistleblower. And if we know it, all of the prosecutors for Trump on trial, they know it. The facts come out every single day that Fanny was not just a Democratic shield, not just a broken tool, but she was a corrupt broken tool that has been using financial money that is being given to her for the job on her own expenses. Even whistleblowers know it.
That is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Cuffey, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another, is dangerous to your administration.
Whoa, listen to what the lady says. She says, this guy is dangerous to your administration. And Fanny said, oh, I know y'all ain't been getting along. Basically, when somebody comes to you and says, hey, I got a problem with somebody, and then their response is, well, I know y'all ain't been getting along. What they're really trying to say is that you just making it up because you mad at them. This is complete dismissal of a lady telling her about her administration. And watch the way the lady ends it. She says, "This is bad for your administration." Fanny did nothing.
Puffy, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another, is dangerous to your administration.
This guy is dangerous to your administration. Question has to be asked, though, family. Why did Fanny deny what was being told to her from this lady? Why, when this lady came and provided this information about corruption going on in her department, did Fanny not say anything? We all know the answer to that, because you are not going to go along with something that you participate in yourself. Man, we say this is an episode of power. This is an episode of power, family, and it ain't no turning back, y'all. Ain't no turning back. So this is what's going on. Fanny herself was taking money from the actual factual job and spending it on vacations. And everybody else in her administration was doing it, but she'd rather hush it, because if you shine light on wrong campaign finances or administration finances, if you shine the light on this person, eventually it's going to shine on you. And it is shining directly on her right now. This is why she's in the courtroom and she's doing things like this. This is the one that had everybody laughing this weekend, family. This is why.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Your security detail, did they take you to and from your house?
So I haven't been able to enjoy my home.
Condo, I'm sorry.
Since
And
March
where you lay your head? Did they take you to and from where you lay your head?
99% of the time.
Would they take Mr. Wade to and from wherever you laid your head?
That has never in the history of ever happened. Ever. Okay?
Your security team has never taken him?
From my house? That's a lie.
That's another. If they've ever taken him anywhere.
And I'm telling you that that's never happened.
So your security team has never taken Mr. Wade
My security team has never taken Mr. Wade from any place where I have lived and brought him here. Never. Not once. Not ever.
Oh, she get mad there. She get mad. She get mad, family. But don't nobody believe nothing else she said, because everything else she's been saying has been trashed. It's been in the dirt. It's been completely in the dirt. Yes, and I do believe that young lady lost her job, if I'm not mistaken, family. I do believe that. Yes, that the young lady lost her job for it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you went up against somebody that was... So people are getting jobs based on her having side dudes, and people are losing jobs for reporting corruption. You feel me? This is all going on right there in the ATL. This is what's happening. But family, it ain't over with. This is something that's going to take it to a whole nother level, man. Y'all check this out. Word on the street in Atlanta, with a lot of people that I spoke to and a lot of people that I know, and a lot of people, let me say this. This is the worst kept secret in the city of Atlanta. It's the worst kept secret in the state of Georgia. Nathan Wade was not the only person that Fanny was having an entanglement with. No. It gets way deeper than that. We all know that this person is trash. We all know that. It's easy. We've been seeing it. Do y'all know, first off, she put RICO charges on Young Thug's rap group, right? Okay, she did that. She told us. She said, I'm using all the rap lyrics on y'all. But do you know that she was actually the lead lawyer for one of the co-creators of Young Thug's, they say organization, I say music label. So basically what I'm telling you is this, family. Young Thug has a RICO charge based on Fanny putting a RICO charge on them. 3 years prior, she was actually the defense lawyer for one of his friends. It's conflict of interest. YSL Mondo. He was one of Fanny's clients. 3 years later, Fanny put a RICO charge on YSL as a whole group. Check it out. But in the process of all of this, family, we come to find out that Fanny, word on the street, can't confirm, can't deny, but I'm going to tell you, there's somebody out there that heard about this rumor that I'm about to tell y'all. Word on the street is that Fanny was dating, having an affair or an entanglement, you pick one of the three, with one of the gang members that was associated with the gang in Atlanta, the opposite gang that she put RICO charges on. I'm going to walk you all the way down. I know I done took you out in the ocean. I'm going to bring you to shore, family. I'm going to bring you to shore. It starts off like this. Fanny Willis, YSL Mondo, and Donovan Thomas. affair claims called derogatory and false. Check this out. This guy right here that I'm about to show you, this right here is YSL Mondo. He was one of the co-creators of Young Thug's rap group. Young Thug and that organization all called RICO. 3 years prior, Fanny, the Mammŷ, was this guy's lawyer. So she is his lawyer. 3 years later, she puts a RICO on his rap group. In this RICO, he never gets charged. So she put a RICO on the whole organization, quote unquote, I say rap group, and she never charged him. Okay, gets even more real than that. Check this out. Fulton County, check this out, y'all. Fulton County District Attorney Fanny Willis says accusations she had an affair with the gang member are derogatory and false, according to Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Accusations shared by former President Donald Trump in a campaign speech ad in which he did not provide evidence for may stem from comments made in January 23rd Rolling Stones article by YSL Mondo, the guy I just showed you in the picture, who helped find and found Young Stoner Life Music crew with Young Thug. I actually think it's Young Slime, but whatever they say for their case, that's their business. Check this out. Willis had worked as the defense lawyer and the attorney in the past, according to the magazine. Willis is prosecuting Young Thug and other defendants in a high-profile racketeering case. The separate Young Thug case involves the harming of Donovan Thomas, a senior-ranking Inglewood gang member. Family, in the whole case, this is what occurred. The name Donovan Thomas has been tied to Willis in unproven accusations on Reddit, on TikTok, by podcasters who expressed the support for Trump but did not provide any evidence or accusations. Let me bring it on back home to y'all. When you start talking about what happened, you have Fanny Willis, who is the lawyer for one of the YSL members. 3 years later, she's the DA and she puts a RICO on that group. She leaves out the guy that she was actually defending 3 years prior. But then there's rumors that she was having an entanglement with the guy who was actually a gang member for the other gang. Well, YSL, Young Thugs Group, they have actually been charged with harming that guy. Donovan Thomas is his name. When you start talking about them saying that they had actually harmed him, yes, you find out, family, that Fanny Willis ended up putting a RICO charge on the same people that actually were harmed by YSL. I got pictures and I got evidence, and I'm about to show y'all. And word on the street, y'all trust me when I tell you. I want y'all to Google this. Yes, indeed. Type in Donovan Thomas, a.k.a. his name was a.k.a. Big Nut. Type in Atlanta, type in affair with Fanny Willis. And everybody in Atlanta knew it. Everybody in Atlanta knew it. I'm telling you, it was a worst kept secret that this gang member was banging the damn DA. I ain't lying. Everybody knew it. It ain't even no secret. You go talk to my people in Atlanta. Anybody in here from Atlanta, you go talk to people in Atlanta that's plugged in, and I'm telling y'all, everybody in Atlanta knew it. It was the worst kept secret. It's no shock. You can go talk to regular folks in Atlanta, and everybody know, like, oh yeah, Donovan, he been with Fanny. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Matter of fact, Fanny was known way before the YSL Young Thug case. The Rashard Brooks situation, that kind of made everybody outside of Georgia know who she was, okay? The YSL Young Thug case, the RICO, that made everybody outside of Georgia get aware of it. People knew off top, what was really going on. Everybody knew it in Atlanta. Because in Atlanta, let me tell you, a lot of times you find in Atlanta, those lawyers, okay, those nurses, those doctors, they be rocking with a whole lot of street dudes. We all seen the movie ATL. For all my brothers and sisters who seen the movie ATL, y'all know straight up Nunu, okay? She was of high regard, living in the suburbs, and she was down there with the dope boys. We all know that. Everybody knows that. Off top, okay? So this is what we all have known. This was going on. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying a lot of people strongly believe it did. I got a picture right here. This is of the guy. Yes, you're right. Lucci's right-hand man. See, boy, we got ATL in the building. Hold up. Where you at, brother? Yep. Or sister. Hold on. Okay, brother. There you go. Certified salute. Yes, indeed. Brother know what we talking about. Yes, indeed. Lucci was at war with Young Thug. Okay. All right. This guy, Donovan Thomas, was Lucci's right-hand man. The guy, he was the one that everybody says was with Fanny. When Young Thug and them, allegedly, who knows, there was a confrontation or whatever, that they believe that they are the ones who harmed him, okay, allegedly. Next thing you know, Fanny puts a RICO charge on the group that harmed the person that everybody believes she was dating. I'm saying it's a lot more dirty, family, when you start dealing with these Democratic shills. Yes, it is. Yes, you ain't lying, brother. She like them thugs. Yes, indeed. ATL in the building. Yes, indeed. Y'all know what it is. Go ask anybody from Atlanta. Go ask anybody from Atlanta. It wasn't just the Rashard stuff that had people wondering. It wasn't just that. No. It was way before that. People was wondering. But everybody who really know was plugged in, they know what was really popping off. They know there was way more than just rap lyrics and Young Thug. You talking about rap lyrics? This is what we talking about, rap lyrics. This is what we talking about. Her putting on RICO charges on rap lyrics. What you find out is that she was tied in way deeper than a lot of people feel. And here's my thing, and this is what I always got to say to this, family. If you're talking about a RICO charge for rap lyrics, this is what we're talking about. If you're literally talking about that type of scenario, you mean to tell me you throwing RICOs out of nowhere on rappers? This is what you're doing. You're throwing RICOs on rappers when you can literally go all the way down to Atlanta, and there's all types of hate groups in all of the state of Georgia that she could put all of that on. Never did. So it makes people kind of wonder and side-eye the whole scenario, family. It makes people really wonder. It looks real suspicious, fam. This right here is Donovan Thomas. This right here is Donovan Thomas, y'all. That right there is the man that a lot of people suspected Fanny was dating. And that's the man that was allegedly harmed by Young Thug's rap group. And out of nowhere, here comes a RICO charge. Family, you cannot make this up at all. We see it. It's clear as day. And we watching in real time. We all see this play out. So you mean to tell me this was really just about some rappers, though? This was really just some rappers. It was just some rap group beef. And out of nowhere, she starts putting up RICO charges and this, that, and the other thing. Once again, I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying it damn show kind of makes people suspicious about what's really going on in them ATL streets. And this has a real case of happening all the time. And if you Google it, and I want everybody, I wouldn't say anything that can't be looked up. I want everybody to look up right now this case. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a whole lot of smoke. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it is. I ain't going to say it ain't. But what I am going to say is that there's some smoke out there in them streets. And when you start looking, you're going to be like, I don't know. And what's the old saying, family? We heard it since day one. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And this is what it looked like. But family, don't take my word for it. I'm just saying, we want to go to receipts, right? We want to take receipts. Y'all know I got some serious receipts. Let's go all the way to the top. If I know about it or heard about it, if people in Atlanta know about it, then let's go ahead and let's just go see who else heard about it. Apparently that these rumors were so strong that Donald Trump done heard about it. Oh yeah, this is crazy. Y'all know this is a crazy game, right? This world is crazy. This is foundational Black America. There ain't no dull moment. We on code. We stronger than ever, right? I'm literally going to show y'all Donald Trump talking about Fanny the Mammŷ having an affair with a gang member. Everything I just sat there and told you about Fanny being with a gang member, showed y'all pictures, put receipts on the table. It ain't just Black Alpha saying it. Donald Trump, apparently, he heard about it too. Word on the streets is that when it comes to this type of situation, it's went all the way to the top. So if Black Alpha Network says that this may have went on and Fanny may have had not one side dude, sounds like she had another side dude who is a gang member who is at a conflict with a gang that she put RICO charges on. If Black Alpha says it, it's one thing. But apparently, these rumors are so strong, Donald Trump has heard about them. Watch and hear for yourself.
They say there's a young woman, Atlanta, she's racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. They say there's a...
Well, one more time. That's not a receipt from Black Alpha Network. That's a receipt from Donald J. Trump. That's not a receipt from Black Alpha Network. That's a receipt for the man who's running for president for the second time.
The young woman, Atlanta, she's racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. They say there's a young woman, Atlanta, she's racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member.
All we do is call it how we see it, y'all. You ain't lying. Hey, hey, it get real in these streets. It get real in these streets. I'm going to tell you right now, when you are in the grassroots, we mean the roots. Okay, it ain't the grass surface. It ain't the grass ground. It's the grassroots. And when you get down to the roots, you start hearing all types of crazy things. But when Donald Trump says it, don't get mad at Black Alpha. That's what Donald Trump said. So they can take it up with that. But hey, I'm just saying, when Donald Trump is lit, now mind you, Donald Trump didn't say this behind closed doors. When Donald Trump is on the campaign and he's saying that he heard that you was with a gang member, when Donald Trump says he heard that you was dating this guy, when Donald Trump says he heard about it all the way up to the Tyson Mar-a-Lago, okay, then damn it, I'm just saying, with the smoke, there may be a little fire. And listen to this, fam, and I got to show y'all this. This is what gets me going, because when you start talking about RICO charges, yeah, this is the craziest I've ever seen, y'all. When y'all start talking about RICO cases and you start talking about how that all plays out, family, the quickest, hold on, fam, let me pull this up real good. I want y'all to see this right here. When we start talking about RICO cases and RICO charges, notice that it ain't just about rap music with these people, okay? It goes way deeper than rap music, y'all. Way deeper than rap music. You mean to tell me rappers are getting RICOs? So rappers get RICOs, right? But when you start talking about this right here, look at all of these hate groups right there. That's Atlanta. That's Fulton County, okay? How in the world, family, are all of these people right here? These are all hate groups. This is the state of Georgia. You got hate group after hate group after hate group. And you mean to tell me the one that is getting the only attention is Young Thug's rap group? And yet you got all of those people right there having all types of crimes and all types of issues going on. You can basically just pick and choose any hate group. That's literally the Southern Poverty Law Center showing you where all of the hate groups are. That's all the hate groups right there, y'all. Clear as day. So if you got every single hate group in Atlanta, all around Fulton County, which is where she resides, but yet she picks some rappers, and these people are literally classified as hate groups. Let me say this. Know this. The rapper Young Thug has more RICO charges on just him than every supremacist group in the history of the United States of America. There's never been a RICO on a supremacist group. Never. Fanny Willis done put him on. Fanny Willis done put on a couple RICO charges on a whole gang of brothers and sisters. So you mean to tell me this is the way they function and this is the way they operate, and out of nowhere, they just start dropping these charges on brothers and sisters? Look at all of those. Anybody who's good with geography, You can look at that clear as day, and you see exactly where all of the hate groups in the state of Georgia are. And every single one of them, for the most part, is in her county. She skipped over all of them. She jumped around all of them. And what she ended up doing instead, family, she ended up dropping RICO charges on some damn rappers. And then not only did she do that, she got bold when she did it. Y'all saw the video. She was in there saying, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm going to put the lyrics up. You don't like it, you can go to hell. It's just what it is with me. This is what we talking about. So this is why ain't nobody got no capes on for her. This is why ain't nobody coming to her defense. This is why brothers and sisters are letting her go ahead and fend for herself, deal with herself, take it all on her own. At the end of the day, you may not have cash. You may not know what Belize is, but I'll tell you what you are going to know. You're going to know that when you look over your shoulder and you think foundational Black Americans are coming to save you, you're going to look behind you and ain't nobody going to be there. Nobody's going to be there. And the reason being, family, is because we have seen enough. We understand exactly the way this plays out. That right there is hate group on hate group on hate group. And you skip over every last one of them so you can praise these other people and you can try to tear down everybody else in the process. That is not the way the game goes. That's not the way the game works. That's not the way the game functions. That's not the way the game operates. Not as long as this generation is in full effect. Like I said, any type of foul play or anything that people were trying to do wrong, they should have did it when they had the African American. They had plenty of time to do this type of stuff when the African American was running around here. The foundational Black American, we're not going for that, and we on a whole different time. So you're going to have to deal with it, and you're going to have to accept the fact that we are pushing right along and we handling our business the way that it needs to be handled. Point blank, period, bottom line. And we're also going to tell everybody that not only was she doing that in the process of dropping these RICOs on brothers and sisters left and right, another thing that she was doing, family, was that she was running around here, like I said, dropping cases on these race soldiers. We have to acknowledge this right here. Watch this right here, family. Watch her openly basically say that she was not going to do anything in the Rashard Brooks case.
And calls for accountability reaching the Fulton County DA's office as well. Incoming District Attorney Fanny Willis says she inherited 100 public corruption cases when she took office. A third are alleged police misconduct, but she's promising 10% will be cleared by June. She spoke exclusively with 11 Alive about how that works.
Some of those 10 cases will go to the grand jury. Some of those we will clear the officers after we look at the evidence, but we believe that we're working in the right direction.
Among the cases she inherited is that of DeAndre Phillips, a 24-year-old.
Watch this again.
Some of those we will clear the officers.
She said, some of those we will clear the officers. Watch.
Some of those 10 cases will go to the grand jury. Some of those we will clear the officers after we.
See, she straight up said it. She said, hey, we're just going to clear the officer. How you know you're going to clear the officer? How you know? You ain't even did the case yet. You ain't even did the case yet, y'all. How she know automatically she was going to clear the officer? Because she came in premeditated to clear those officers. That is why she was elected. I'm telling you right now, the police union put money behind her. She's been doing the bidding for them since day one. Nobody is fooled at all by the way she's been. This is Fanny Willis. This is why whenever they try to get us to put them capes on, I want everybody to remember Rashard Brooks. I want everybody to remember she said we're too emotional. I want everybody to remember she said she's going to clear all of the officers. That's what she said. I ain't done. We got more. Check this out. This is another one right here, family, with the Rashard Brooks case. And then I'm going to show everybody exactly where the actual officer who harmed him is. Check this out, y'all.
To move forward.
And this is her saying that she was going to drop the case.
Brooks's widow and the students now say they support a new prosecutor taking over their cases as a struggle plays out with the DA and the Attorney General. Joe Henke explains.
The attorneys for these cases say they were learning about developments involving their own cases through news reports. They say the district attorney, the new Fulton County district attorney, was not keeping them completely in the loop. But today she agreed to sit down with them, discuss the cases, and that they left saying they appreciate it.
After Attorney General Chris Carr denied a request to assign new prosecutors to the Rashard Brooks case and the case involving 2 college students tased by Atlanta police officers, Fulton DA Fanny Willis asked him to reconsider. But in a 2-sentence response, Carr's office again denied the request. During the back and forth, the family of Rashard Brooks, college students Tanaya Pilgrim and Messiah Young, and their attorneys said they were left in the dark and requested a meeting with Willis.
She apologized for that. We accepted that. You know, that was big of her
to do that.
Attorney Chris Stewart says they spent an hour with Willis today, and he called it a good meeting. Willis, in her pleas to Carr, claims former DA Paul Howard charged the officers in both cases, obtained arrest warrants during his DA re-election campaign, then used video evidence in campaign ads, possibly violating state bar rules. Carr said any possible issues would relate to Howard, though, not the DA's office as a whole. The victims don't care. They're calling for a new prosecutor, seeing it as the quickest path forward.
Whether we agree with her or disagree with her doesn't matter. If she believes it and feels strongly about it, then that needs to happen.
In the Brooks case, former APD officer Garrett Rolfe is charged with murder. Today, his attorney filed this motion, asking for the case to be dismissed. Rolfe's attorney argues after Willis said her office can't handle the case and Carr denied her request for a new prosecutor, there is now no qualified prosecutor on the case, and it should be dismissed.
What happens next is still up in the air. It's unclear for all the parties involved how these cases will move forward or when exactly they will move forward. The victims saying that they're just caught in legal limbo right now and they want this matter to be resolved.
She denied the case and said that she did not want the case, family. That's what she said. She said that Paul Howard was unfit for the case. She accused him, mind you, Paul Howard brought up charges immediately on the race soldier. She came out and said that Paul Howard was basically interfering in the case, so she put an end to it and she stopped it. Point blank, bottom line, that's what happened. So she ran interference on the case so the case would go nowhere. And basically she got in the way. She did her interference and she cleared the race soldier. So we got to ask this question, fam, right now. What is happening and where is that race soldier at, family? I'll tell you exactly where. This is what ended up happening. This was the fate. We all know the fate of Rashard Brooks, but this is what ended up happening to the race soldier. Atlanta police reinstate fired cop Garrett Rolfe, or whatever the hell his name is, who is charged with harming Rashard Brooks after harming him outside of Wendy's last year. This guy, and we're going to show his face, he was fired and then he was rehired. The board ruled he was not afforded the right to due process. Who is the one who said it? Fanny did. The cop will be placed on administrative leave and his bond means he cannot possess a firearm or be around other officers. He was called to reports of a man asleep in the wheel, We all know what happened. This guy is a 6-year veteran. He was charged with 11 counts, and all of those went away. And you go all the way down, family, and you will see that the race soldier, that guy right there, y'all, that guy right there was set free. Nothing happened. He was back on his desk job. Nothing happened at all. And it's all because of Fanny Willis, Fanny the Mammŷ, the same one that we just seen being broken on national television. She came out and she ran interference on the case. I promise you she did. She made it clear that she was going to run on not doing a damn thing. And she made it clear that she was going to run on stopping any type of progress in the case. So this is why nothing ever happened. Everybody wants to know what happened. Nothing happened. Why did nothing happen? Because of her. She made sure that this is what it was. So basically, fam, this was the deal that she made with the dominant society when they go ahead and they gave her all that money. When she got that money from the dominant society, when they paid her real well, fam, to go ahead and drop this case, this is why they endorsed her. Do you really believe that they were going to endorse her based on her bringing charges on anybody? Hell to the no. The only reason she got that campaign money was because she was going to do exactly this right here. She was going to drop the case, suspend the case, and make sure that the race soldier made it home safe with no problems at all. And that is exactly what happened. Race soldier made it home with no problems at all. Fanny got the money. Next thing you know, Fanny is the DA right there in Atlanta, and it all works with letting race soldiers go. You let a race soldier go, and this is the type of treatment that you will receive. And this is the type of treatment that she did receive. So we got to do our brother Rashard Brooks some real, justice by acknowledging that the woman who threw his case was the same woman who took money from the police from the giddy up, from the get-go, from the jump. So if we want to go ahead and serve our brother well, that's exactly how we serve our brother well, by acknowledging the fact that he was basically pushed to the side based upon Fanny the Mammύ and based upon her cutting a deal and getting that check from the dominant society. And this is why we've been calling it out, family, and we will continue to do so, because at the end of the day, if you throw a case where it's clearly evident that a foundational Black American is harmed, and you throw a case for some butter biscuits. Oh, when you on national TV getting roasted and you on national TV getting served, we ain't got nothing to do to help you. We are going to continue to watch you go the way that you have been going, y'all. And check this out. We also seen this week with Trump, a whole situation going on up there in New York. Check this out. You remember when Donald Trump came out and he said that it was a witch hunt, and he said that they was out to really just get him, y'all? Y'all remember hearing all of that? Okay. Well, now you see one of the other Democratic shills that have been out here. They've been running around, running on that they was going to get Donald Trump out of office, right? Y'all know this person right here. This is the other person up there in New York. And she's been running on she was going to get Donald Trump out of office. Okay. Donald Trump said there was a witch hunt and nobody wanted to hear it. But look at this lady right here. Clearly, she was running on a campaign that she was going to get Donald Trump out of office.
The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
Illegitimate president who sits in the White House. That president, because he's not my president, he's an illegitimate president. His days are numbered. His days are numbered. We've got to get ready to mobilize, and we've got to get ready to agitate and irritate until victory is won, but more importantly, until Trump is defeated. We will all rise up and resist this man, and ultimately we'll bring him down. This illegitimate president, I'm going to give you the same level of respect that you gave to President Obama, and that is absolutely no respect at all. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! And the days of Donald Trump are numbered. Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up!
Family, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a legal person, but I'm pretty sure that right there is against the law for somebody who is actually in the courtrooms. That basically tells us, family, that she clearly was running on a campaign of actually stopping Donald Trump. And that's the one right now who just came out and said Donald Trump owes like, what is it, $300 million or something like that. She literally was running on a campaign of stopping Donald Trump. And that's exactly what happened. They're going down the list, fam, and we are checking them off one by one by one. All right, one more Democratic shield, one more tool that is being broken right here. And we are all familiar with this Democratic tool right here. Check this one out right here, family. Now you see this going on right now up in New York. You see this right now with Mr. Bragg. Mr. Bragg thought it was sweet too. These are all the people that have been designated to come after Trump. Now see what's happening.
In the newsroom with where the case stands now, Jonathan.
David, Natalie, the investigation, the manhunt ongoing as questions continue to swirl about why some of the alleged attackers were set free from court with no bail. Followed by reporters, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg not talking about why his office did not seek bail for several of the migrants.
Look at him running now. Look at him trying to get out of Dodge, y'all. Check it out. He running. They pressing him. Look at all those Karens and Kens around him. It was all sweet a week ago.
Reporters, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg not talking about why his office did not seek bail for.
See, because he been up there on that Eric Adams. He been allowing a whole lot of people to harm folks up there in New York, and he ain't been saying nothing. So now they pressing him, and he's scared too.
At least one suspect did have bail set and is now being held on Rikers.
They're holding him up there in jail, and now everybody's saying, well, hold on, Mr. Bragg, where you been? Why you ain't been saying nothing? And look at that look in his face right there, fam. That's that I got to get out of here look.
Why his office did not seek bail.
That right there is another one. Every single person that the Democrats have hand-selected to play this high-stakes game of Democratic shilling, the black faces that they always get. Notice, fam, none of these people are from the dominant society. All of these people are from Black America or they're non-FBA, but they're trying to play the role of FBA. They know what it is because when it comes down, they won't be around. When it comes down, they'll get out of Dodge real quick. So you got to be real cautious of these shields right here in high places. They're everywhere you turn around. And right now with this election, family, it's getting bigger and bigger and greater and greater. These are a lot of the shields right here. I don't even know who two of them are. I don't even know if y'all can name all them people, man. Certified salute, but I can't name them all. What I do know, though, is that they're out there every single day and they're trying to run these games on foundational Black Americans, but we ain't going for it. We ain't having it. So as we sit back and we see these shields get broken, as we sit back, family, and we watch step for step, Fanny get broken on live television, her side dude sweating. Donald Trump apparently knows about what was going on in Atlanta, okay, with a couple other dudes that she was with. You got a moist pastor running around. You got Alvin Bragg looking like he on his way to KFC, all right, or maybe even Dairy Queen, maybe both, who knows, okay? When you got all of that happening and foundational Black Americans are still on the we are not going to vote, it all comes back to that, y'all. That's what it all comes back to. When foundational Black Americans say we are not going to vote, that proves the case, that proves the point, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Those are all Democratic shields. Those are all tools, and tools are meant to be broken. So like I said, family, when you see a tool out here and you see them being broken, just know one thing. You leave them right where you found them. There's going to be another tool next week. They're going to be broken. There's going to be another one after that. They're going to be broken. And foundational Black Americans, we're going to stay right here in the same place in the same time and continue to do what we've always done. Now, I got to show y'all one more thing because I didn't get a chance to cover this because we had so many receipts tonight. But when you start talking about all of the RICO charges, we spoke about the rappers and how Fanny, the Mammŷ, was out here putting RICOs on rappers. We understand that. We understand that. But let's also talk about this right here. Fanny the Mammű not only was putting RICO charges on rappers. Do a lot of y'all remember this right here? The fact that she was throwing RICO charges on school teachers? Yes, yes, yes. I want y'all to look this up. Look up the school teacher scandal in Atlanta, Georgia from, I think it was around 2013, 2015. She literally threw a RICO on these teachers. Don't get me wrong. The teachers were falsifying some tests or whatnot. But here's the thing, family. Jail, I wish I could show y'all, but just go ahead and look it up. These brothers and sisters literally have been to jail. They went to jail for this. I just showed you all of the hate groups in Atlanta, all in Fulton County. None of them got RICOs. It just shows you everybody who gets a RICO from Fanny the Mammű looks exactly like that. You don't see them from all of them folks running around, all them hate groups and everything like that. You don't see that, do you? No, you don't. But what you see from Fanny the Mammű is you see her throwing RICOs on Black people and taking money from race soldiers. Throw a RICO and then run it back and go ahead and put that on Black folks. This is why she was selected. This is why she's being broken. And when you see a broken tool, family, the number one job is to let it stay broken and get you some popcorn in the process and enjoy the show because there's going to be plenty more. But this has been broken tool season. It will continue to be broken tool season. And the more we get on code, the more we stay on point and on game, family, the more we're going to see more of these people. And that's what we want, because if we weren't on code right now, they wouldn't be getting broken. So if you see a broken tool, go ahead and watch it, family. It's a beautiful thing. This is why certified foundational Black Americans are undefeated. That's why we out here in the game. So that right there, family, shows you exactly what it is. If being a broken tool was a person, it'd be her. If watching a broken tool on trial, it'd be hers. If watching somebody sweat because they know that the liberal friends, the Democratic friends, the white supremacist friends ain't coming, it's her. And if being excellent, being thorough, and being certified were people, it would be us. So let's continue to watch these shields get broken, y'all. Let's continue to pop that popcorn. And just know, every time you see one of them broken, that means foundational Black Americans are on code. And every time you see them on trial and they can't make answers and they don't know what beliefs is and they don't know what cash is, and you see Alvin Bragg rolling to the goddamn Dairy Queen, it lets you know, family, that these people are all being broke. Let's go ahead and give some spoilers. I got some spoilers because I know the system of supremacy like you. What does Neely Fuller tell us? Neely Fuller says, if you do not understand supremacy, how it works, how it operates, and everything else will confuse you, well, guess what? We're not confused because we understand supremacy. We understand it so much that we're going to go ahead and give out a prediction and give out a spoiler. What it is this. 2024 election, foundational Black Americans will be voting on that couch. 2024 election, Democratic shields will continue to fight each other. 2024 election, everybody who wants to be a broken tool will get broken even more. And in the 2024 election and beyond, certified foundational Black Americans have let it be known that this is not the yes we can era. This is the hell to the no era. And in the hell to the no era, Fanny the Mammŷ and everybody just like her, they get broken and we step right on over them on our way to the bank, on our way to reparations, family. Certified salute. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate everybody. We still got 600 people in here. We're doing it big. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Smash that like button. We coming, man. I'll catch you guys back right here next week. Probably might even do a show on Sunday. You never know, man. We're going to keep it coming. But like we say, when it's Black Grassroots, that means we cover everything. But you know, it's nothing without the family. I love all you guys with a passion so much, man. Beyond words, I'm so humbled. I appreciate everybody who's been DMing me and hitting me up and just checking on me, saying how I'm doing, everything, man. Because if it isn't about our FBA family, then ain't nobody saying nothing. One thing that defines this generation is that we stick together. Unlike everybody else, we stand on each other, man. We roll with each other. The ancestors are with us everywhere we go, man. So I want all of y'all to be safe. I want your family to be safe. I want your kids, your children, your wife, your husband, your aunts, your uncles, everybody to be safe, man. Because one thing I know is that we are all we got and we are all we need, man. So let's continue to watch these broken shields, man. And we're going to continue to get money. Certified salute from the Black Alpha Network, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. I can't wait till next week. I'm already on it, man, and I can't wait to get it going. So certified salute to you guys all. And remember, man, Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Oh my God.